Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Hare Hare. Welcome everybody. Thank you for coming. Janine, Chamasundari, Eva, Sim, Noodles, whoever else is here. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare Krishna, Govinda. Krishna, Gauranga, Grand Rising, Grand Rising. Krishna, Gauranga. Oh. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Gauranga Nityananda. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Ram Krishna Gauranga, Hare Hare. Hare Bol, Hare Bol. Krishna Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Hare. Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Rama Rama, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Rama. Rama Rama Hare Krishna Hare Krishna 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 Hare Hare Rama Hare Rama 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 Hare 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 Krishna 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 Hare 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 Rama Hare Rama Rama Hare 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 Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Rama, Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, 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 Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Hare Ram. Rama Rama Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari 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 Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna 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 Hari Hari Hare Rama Krishna Krishna Hari Rama 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 Hari Hari Hare Krishna Krishna Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Krishna, Hari Hari. Hari Rama, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, 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 Hari Hari. Hari Ram, Rama, Rama, Hari Hari. Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare, Hare Ram, Ram Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Krishna, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, 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 Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Hare Ram, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Ram, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Ram, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, Krishna, Hare Hare. Hare Rama, Rama, Hare Hare. Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari. Hari Rama, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari. Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hari Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, Krishna. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari. Hari Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, oh my Lord Krishna. Whoa! Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari. Krishna, Krishna, Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari. Hari Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari. Hari Rama, Hari Hari, Hare Krishna, 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 Hari Hari, Hari Rama, Hari Hari, Krishna, 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 Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Sri Krishna Chaitanya, Nityananda, Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. My Lord, Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, Nityananda, Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Oh, my Lord, Nityananda. Nityananda, Nityananda. Nityananda, Nityananda. Oh, my Lord, Nityananda. Nityananda, 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 Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra. Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Krishna, 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 Krishna. Krishna, 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 Radha, 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 Radha. Radha, 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 Radha. Krishna, Radha, 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 Radha. Radha, 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 Krishna, 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 Radha, 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 Gora, 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 Krishna, Gora, Krishna, Gora, Krishna, Gora, Krishna, Gora, Krishna. Gora Krishna, 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 Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra. Gora Chandra, Goranga, 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 Goranga. 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 Gora Chandra. Gora Chandra. Ah. Ah. Gora Chandra. Gora Chandra. Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra, Gora Chandra. Nimai Pandit of Nadia is my Lord and Master. Nimai Pandit of Nadia is my Lord and Master. Nimai Pandit of Nadia. Nimai Pandit of Nadia is my Lord and Master. Nimai Pandit of Nadia is my Lord and Master. Nimai Pandit of Nadia is my Lord and Master. Nimai Pandit of Nadia is my Lord and Master. Nimai Pandit of Nadia is my Lord and Master. Nimai Pandit of Nadia is my Lord and Master. Nimai Pandit of Nadia is my Lord and Master. Nimai Pandit of Nadia is my Lord and Master. Nimai Pandit of Nadia is my Lord and Master. Nimai Pandit of Nadia is my Lord and Master. Nimai Pandit of Nadia. Nimai Pandit of Nadia. Sachi Nandana, 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 Sachi Nandana. Sachi Nandana, Sachi Nandana, Nimai Pandit, Nimai, Vishvambara, 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 Vishvambara. Vishvambara, 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 Nityananda, 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 Nityananda. Nityananda, Nityananda. Ah, Nityananda. Shri Krishna Chaitanya, Shri Krishna Chaitanya. Whew. Oh boy. Hello there. Ah, Krishna, 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 Hari Hari. Ah, ah, Krishna, Krishna, Gauranga. Hare Krishna. All right, let's see what kind of mischief we can get into today. Will Go Haridas be a good boy or a bad boy today? What do you think? All right, what do we got here? Srimad Bhagavatam. Let's see. We'll just play the lotto. Let's see what we win today. We always winners today. That's what I like about this thing. Nobody knows. Chanaki says, the bad boy. You like the bad boy, huh? Amy says, I feel like you are really shaking up the universe. And haters are coming out of the woodwork. Haters gonna hate. Yeah, well, we gotta, hey man, it's attraction. Hey, we gotta get some, the worst is no attraction, neutrality. Neutrality, neutral. They don't even hear you or see you. No, no. Yeah. Okay. What is this here? Okay. Addressing Vyasadeva. Oh, I see. First of all, he said, okay. This is chapter 5 in Srimad Bhagavatam. Narada's instructions on Srimad Bhagavatam for Vyasadeva. Shutago Swami said, Shutago Swami said, Jai Srila Prabhupada, and all glories to the assembled devotees here. Sutta Goswami said, thus the sage amongst the gods, Narada. You know why he was a sage amongst the gods? Because he was a devotee. See, he's this. Who are the gods of this world? You know, the demons and the demigods. See, they're below God. A lot of times they don't know they're below God. A lot of times they think they are God, especially the demons. They want to be God and they want to play God in this world. They want that kind of control. See? So Narada Muni was the sage amongst the gods of the controllers of the world, because not everybody is as realized as him. See, the demigods and the demons, um, they're um, they're like sub controllers here in this world, you know. And so he's the sage. He teaches them what? Oh, what we teach. Devotion, about devotion, the glories of bhakti, the glories of chanting the holy name and relishing devotional mellows. Narada Muni is well known for that. Yeah. Yeah. Addressing Vyasadeva, Narada inquired, O son of Parasarara, are you satisfied by identifying the body or the mind as the object of self-realization? Now that is an interesting statement. Yeah. Yeah. So purport. Srila Prabhupada says, this was a hint by Narada Muni to Vyasadeva regarding the cause of his despondency. See, this was a hint. The cause of his despondency was identifying the body, see, the body or the mind as the objective of self-realization. In other words, you could do different things like, you know, get your body real healthy. You know how people, they teach yogas or some kind of physical fitness, and they say this is what it's all life is all about, and they make YouTube videos about good health and all of this stuff, and people love it too, right? You notice they're really interested. See, but see, Narada Vedavyas, he's actually a devotee, and he's teaching all this kind of stuff. You know, stuff to do with rules and regulations. You know, control the body, fastings, all of that. That's your object of self-realization. Objective. This is your objective. See, that's why you see in ISKCON and the Gaudiya Samiti, I've been observing all these things, and the Radhakund Babajis. They use the objects of self-realization as the body. Get the body, you know, follow the rules. See, get your body in line, controlled. They control the body, you know, like this, and do it to follow rules and regulations and austerities and renunciation of worldly objects. See, this is your objective. See, and so then, like I was with the Radhakund Babajis and the Narayan Raj group, where they say in name only still that the objective is devotion and love of God and all that stuff, but still they act differently. They act, well, this is the objective. This is the way to attain it. Control the body, control your tongue by chanting 1 lakh a day or 16 rounds. That's why I said nobody really knows the Bhagavatam. Nobody's really heard the Bhagavatam until you reject that. Yeah, I mean, you reject. You say, okay, is there anything more? See, it's all teaching to bring the teachings of God are to bring us deeper into the truth. The truth will set us free. The beginning of the Bhagavatam is Vedavyas is doing what everybody's doing in Vaishnavism or religion, controlling the body. That's the objective. See? Or in name only, they say, yeah, love of God. All religions say love of God is the greatest thing and everything, but they act differently. It's like a double standard, double minded. Yeah. The objective is love of God, love of God. Thou shalt love the Lord with all thy mind and all their heart, but still they act according to a different objective. That's hypocrisy. Well, it's just what people do in this world. This is why Jesus said, when your eye is single, your whole body is full of light, full of truth. Yeah. See, that kind of thing. So that's what the Bhagavatam. See, the Bhagavatam gives light to the world. But you Vaishnavas out there in ISKCON, because you act differently. You may say love of God is the ultimate goal of life, but you haven't realized it, and you teach differently. You must teach differently, and you cannot teach this Raganuga path honestly, authentically, unless you're practicing it and relishing that path and living on that path. That is your life and soul. Now you can start to teach by experience that people can't now. See, so nobody's really heard the Bhagavatam in ISKCON. Yeah, that's really true. You got to act differently. Not only do you got to glorify devotional mellows, you got to taste them, you got to relish them. And if you're going to preach Raganuga Bhakti, people got to see them. Otherwise, shut up. Be honest. Just teach Vaidhi. That's what you're doing. But anyway, they do. People are going to do what they do. But here we straighten everything out. Make it clear. The Bhagavatam's meant to straighten everything out. So Vedavyas is unhappy and kind of morose. Why? And Narada Muni says, well, he's hinting, you've been teaching these things as objectives of self-realization. This is what you do and you'll become self-realized. And they do this with Brahman also. Oh yeah, attain Brahman, do meditations and this and speculations, and you'll attain Brahman. And there's still a moroseness there. That's why you go look at Eckhart Tolle. Go look at any of these Mayavadi types that teaching about the objective of self-realization is Brahman, to become one with God and to become God, or whatever. They're speculating. They're not fully experienced yet. Go look at their faces, and go look at the face of a devotee tasting the nectar of devotional mellows. There you go. Now you're understanding how to see the standard. See, the highest truth is reality distinguished from illusion. You can see that even physically. They call it physiognomy or something. Physically, you can see, you look at the face is the index of the mind, taught Prabhupada. See? Let me look at a face of a Mayavadi. Let me look at a face of a Vaidhi Bhakta. I looked at Narayan Raj's face. I was wondering, he doesn't usually look that great. Sometimes, a very rare occasion, but he doesn't look that happy. Not like a real devotee. Yeah, he had something else, something like Brahmin stuff or something level. Even though he said, see, they say, but they act differently. See, a devotee who talks about bhakti and glorifies bhakti is conclusive about bhakti from experience, and teaches teaches in the vision of the revealed scriptures, not outside of the vision, not teaching the. That's why the devotees I see in these groups are not very that happy. They don't shine like a Lalita Ganga, or any devotee tasting the mellows of bhakti. This exquisite happiness, extraordinary, out of this world happiness. See, that's because you've attained the out of the world guy and gal. They're in this world, but not of it. Man, Radha and Krishna not of this world. Lord Chaitanya and his devotee not of this world. They're in this world, but not of it. A real associate is in this world and not of it, man. That's who you need to connect with. See, so you ISKCON devotees have not even heard the Bhagavatam. Same with the Gaudiya Samiti. You haven't heard the Bhagavatam. That's humbling to those, especially those guys. They're really proud of their Vaishnavism. They're proud. They think they have the highest guru. They're proud of it. But still, their objects of self-realization is in name only, is the love of God. They haven't relished the mellows yet. I didn't see anybody get that. So it's not the real line yet. This is a real line. How do you know? Well, the object of self-realization is devotional mellows. It's congruent with the teachings of Lord Chaitanya. Life's ultimate goal is love of Krishna. That means love of God means tasting the happiness of this communion with God beyond the wafer and grape juice, deeper than that, and doing it. See, I is single. See, your body, your mind, your emotions, see, are in the line, in this line. See, by attraction. See, this is what Lord Chaitanya came to give, and his associates now are giving that here. They give you attraction to doing that. Otherwise, you'll be Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna, Hare Krishna. I did one lakh, and you look like deadpan still. Yeah. And you get this potency, you may chant 5, 10 names. You got a real big smile on your face because Krishna's happy finally. Wow, you like this chanting. You like this chanting because I like this chanting. And you came to my devotee, and now you're really learning how to be a resident of Vrindavan. What it means to be a resident of Vrindavan. My happiness is your happiness. That's a devotee. When I say my happiness, I'm saying the Lord's happiness. Krishna's happiness is the devotee's happiness. They share the same life, the same heart, the same moods, the same ecstasy, the same understanding. That's why you need such an associate to talk to you, to teach you. You can only teach by being an example of a Vrindavan resident. All right, so what do we got here? Amy says, you have to be really disciplined to exercise, drink healthy smoothies, cleanses. Yeah, it's a lot of work. Again, a lot of work. I can't do that. Oh, and I don't. Cuss and save the whales. Exactly. They are teaching rules, regulations, and dogma. At that point, I'm already fucked. Here is where you come in and save me regardless of my lack of ability to follow. Yeah. Well, you hear the real truth that sets you free, the confidential truth. It's all over the Bhagavad. The real Bhagavatam is that. The real Bhagavatam, started with the relationship between Vedavyas and Narada Muni, the ecstatic devotee. See, he accepted the guidance of an ecstatic devotee. Narada Muni is well known to be very ecstatic, like the cowherd boys. That's the beginning of your real spiritual life because they're spirit, man. Yeah. That's how you awaken the spirit. You hear like Lolita's glorifying her guru, giving her a new life and this complete transformation. See, because that's spirit. That's who we really are, is spirit, but it's covered over by all these coverings, material identifications, material objectives, material dreams. It's only one dream to follow, God's dream. That's a devotee who they know the best. Yeah, they know what work was Nard. Well, yeah, him too. All devotees. What work was Jesus engaged in? Saving people from identifying with the world and worldly things, and identifying with spirit and worship of God with the Holy Spirit. What did Lord Chaitanya do? Same thing. They're always in the same. It's God's objective they live for. They live by that objective. It gives them life and energy. Truth will set you free. Set you free from what? Material identification, man. Material objectives. Look, you can't go anywhere on Facebook, YouTube, everybody saying it's a material objectives, get wholly and solely into the mind, into yogas and astrologies. Even people have too much faith in these things. Yeah, even in our sangha, somebody have too much faith in astrology. Can and you won't be happy if you have too much faith in that. If it's just a sideline, great, but you got to know that's not going to deliver you. Astrology, what is it about? What is fucking astrology about? The body, your karma. Yeah, learning here is devotion is karma free. It frees you from karma. What the hell are you dealing with astrology for? That's bodily identified. And that's why you see the devotees here really into astrology still have problems, still have difficulties, because they're acting according to that objective. They look, okay, what does the astrology say today about my life? What the fuck are you doing? What the fuck are you believing in? You know? The demigods. What's his name? That guy, Yamaraj, the Lord of Karma. They're the thing. They're under the people are under karma. What, you want to be under that? This is you doing what you doing. People, you astrologers here that believe in astrology. You say you love Jesus. You don't fucking know Jesus, man. They burnt their fucking astrology books. And that's your objective is astrology. They burned those fucking books, man. Because that was a hindrance. They were above that. That was a great symbolic thing. You believe astrology, see, you're doing exactly what why Vedavyas was unhappy. He used the material objectives were his objectives. He thought this was self-realization is the objective of these paths in the modes of nature, including astrology. So don't get me wrong and say you got to burn the renounce all that. You got to realize that's why you're fucking unhappy, because you believe in something that pertains to the body is going to make you happy. And so anyway, your lesson is here. You're going to hate my preaching. Turn it off because you don't like to hear such things, but it's really true. And eventually you'll get it that astrology or tarot or psychics are not going to make you fucking happy. Devotional service will make you happy. Following the path by word and by deed will make you happy. Worship of Guru will make you happy, right? Didn't I read that? Worship of the Guru. See, whether you want Krishna, you worship the Guru, but not blindly. Not that would be an ego trip. These guys get you to worship them. The demons want you, the government wants you to worship them, wants you to cut out God and worship them. Believe in them, believe in their word. See, this is the thing. People, when you get a real guru and you follow the path that they teach and you listen to them, you worship them automatically because you see, well, God, my Lord came as this guru, man. He gives me the word of God. He's the with. He's the with, was with God. Boy, that's really intimate, man. And that with came and spoke the real word that delivered me out of illusion. My God, am I grateful? That's from the heart. Whoa, who the fuck needs astrology and all that? My guru delivered me out of illusion. I'm free of astrology. I'm free of the demigods making me like a puppet because I believe in them. And the same thing, you Vaidhi Varnashram people. You're jerked around because of your faith in the rules. That's why you follow the hard path. You Radhakund Babajis and Gaudiya Samiti too. You follow the hard path because you were taught the hard path. You didn't get the path that Lord Chaitanya came to give until you come here. We're the only ones preaching the real path of Lord Chaitanya. Which is simply, simply, simple. You want to do simple? Simply, simple, simply, simple path of associating with real devotees who have the gift. We got the gift. And it's so great. It's so powerful, Amy. It's so powerful. It's so wonderful that it's so exuding, emanating, this gift. We share it with everyone. We're so fabulously wealthy. See? So I'm just teaching you, hey man, astrology ain't going to give you this. See, you want the object of, okay, you look at the astrology, okay, what's this going to do for my body today? Well, what's influence is going to be? Hey, how would you like the Krishna influence? This is what I look at this book, I say, okay, what is this influence am I going to get from this book? You see, some people here, they got this morose look on them. Hey, look, what astrology book? It's a demigod thing. They can't put a real smile on your face. But I look in this book, ooh, wow, let's see what these words are going to do and how these stars, see this star. All I need is one star, man. How this star is going to influence me today. And everybody else is looking at some other bodily thing. Oh, I think I'll go turn sadhu Mara. What's it? Sadhu Mara, Sadguru on. Sadguru, see, eternal guru. He's not eternal guru yet, not really. Uh, Sadguru. Okay, let me see how he's going to direct my life. Oh yeah, how to have a good marriage. How to have this. Everything to do with the fucking body, man. Maybe do some Kundalini yoga, but that's the best you can do. You're still alone like this. You're doing Kundalini, man. You're alone. See, you're jerking yourself off and everybody else who believes your bullshit, man. You come here. See, I look at this book and I'm influenced by the star. All I need is one star. Lord Chaitanya and the real devotees are my star. See? They're my shepherd. They're my star. Fuck those demigods and fuck their astrologies. You know? Oh, I could just see it now. How dare Gohar say that? Yeah, it's because you believe in those can deliver. Fuck these fucked up gurus. I don't believe in any guru. They don't have love of God. If they don't have love of Krishna and devotional mellows, fuck them. That's not offensive. That's the truth. Fuck them. They're fucking you. They're saying that they can deliver you to Vrindavan. They just lied to you. You're worshiping liars. Anybody who is self-realized truly would love this preaching. I love it. I love these truths. Hey man, if Gohari Das can't deliver your buttocks out of illusion, get rid of that fucker. It applies to this guy too, everybody, because truth is no respecter of persons. Yeah, get rid of that stuff, that garbage out of your life, man. Samasundar, of course, God only having knowledge about material conditions being informed, for example, can save much time and stress. Yeah. So anyway, I mean, you need to hear it. I mean, yeah. People, they don't, this is too much for them sometimes, but hey, you want to get a, yeah, that's why you can, not everybody can handle these kinds of classes. So just do what you can. That's why I tell those who still have faith in astrology and it gives them something and they just can't do it. They just can't, like be fully into this, fully faithful in this. Okay, fine. Then just serve the devotees. This is great. Serve the devotees. Oh, you don't like my passionate preaching? No, well, then just serve the devotees. If you want to make progress, it's all in the service and you will attain the ultimate destination. Do what you can. Not everybody likes this yelling and screaming and basically passionate preaching. Yeah, it's very passionate. I love, you know, that's that's not of this world because this is to do with God, man. Passionate, angry sometimes, all of this. These are the moods of God and the God's devotees. They're like this. This is why you Vaidhi Bhaktas, it blows your mind to see what's going on here because you think devotees are always these little mouse church, walking around like this. I don't want to be offensive. You're already offensive, man. You're worshiping gurus, you know, who can't deliver you out of illusion. You're worshiping people. I don't care how nice they're lying to you. It's still a lie. Jarasandha, I just preach the real Bhagavatam principles, and people don't like such truths because it's too expose. It just exposes every fucking thing. You your gurus could be like Jarasandha, man. Jarasandha was a nice guy. He was a great what do you call saintly king, but not saintly enough. He followed the rules and regulation like your ISKCON devotees do, and like Narayan Raj does, and all. He was like that, very powerful because of his austerities. He did. Never lied. Like, there could be some good devotee. You never lie. And Gaurahari comes up and he calls them liars. Yeah, because the Bhagavatam says he's a liar. He doesn't know God, really. You think you know God? Well, Jarasandha didn't know God. How do you know? Well, the personification of ecstasy came to him, which was Krishna. And when you have a personification of a devotee coming to you, they're the empowered Krishna in this world. Krishna empowers that devotee to give his qualities. See, like Lalita said in her class, his qualities to you. You don't know who a fucking devotee is, you ISKCON persons. You Gaudius, you don't fucking know. Your guru can never teach you. The book is teaching you all the time, but it's like you've never read the book because your guru didn't teach it and didn't understand the book. Yeah, even Narayan Raj didn't understand these books. Why? Because by deed he taught the opposite. He taught the object by deed, object of self-realization, his austerities, his renunciation of the world. See, by deeds. He told you to engage in that stuff. Regulated devotional service, worship the deities, all of that is the object of self-realization. No! The object of self-realization is love of Krishna. And the method is the devotee themselves. They are the way. They are the life. You see the life. The life. You get to see it. Not, I'm holding it back. Can you see the life? Yeah, how are you like fucking Jesus, Mr. Narayan Raj? You gotta be like Jesus. They gotta see the life coming from you. The energy, the potency coming from you. The extraordinariness coming from you, not this holding back stuff of what we don't know. But it certainly wasn't real bhakti that was exuding from you. Where was it? What targets did it hit? Did it hit a Lalita? Show us a Lalita that came out of your group. You can't do it because it's not the real line. You can cheat yourselves. You can cheat your neophyte disciples, but you can't cheat Krishna and Krishna's real associates. And you're fucking lucky if they open their mouth and blow your fucking mind out of all that bullshit that you've accepted as truth. That ain't the real line. This is the real line. We prove it, we show it, we demonstrate it. You see extraordinariness here. In all ways do you see extraordinary here. We expose every nook and cranny of Maya. We teach you about Putana and all the demons. He didn't teach anything because you're under the principalities. As soon as you say, I'm a guru of Vrindavan and I can take you to Vrindavan, and you didn't take even one person to Vrindavan by deed and showing anything, and you didn't show and they don't show, and you just lied to people. Nicely, as I said, he was a nice guy. A lot of nice guys. Jarasandha was a nice guy. But still, they were considered demons. You know why? Because they serve the demon of hypocrisy, the demon of being a fake resident of Vrindavan. What are you going to do? He believed what he believed. You believe what you believe. And I believe what I believe. But you know what? Whoever believes what I believe and believes this word and these realizations seems to be 1,000 times more ecstatic than Narayan Raj or any one of his followers. Yes, 1,000 times. Because I don't see any ecstasy in these people, but a lot of pride. And it's time for the apocalypse. It's time to blow people's stupidity, their ignorance, if they want to be delivered out of illusion. You can't say that this is wrong and this is offensive or anything when you see the symptoms that you read about in the books but doesn't show. Who's the real authority here? The real authority is Krishna, and coming through Krishna's real associates who are proven, battle tested. They won the battle with Maya, and you win the battle through them. See? Because they chant the holy name with great ecstatic devotion. That's the real path, is through those devotees. That's what the verse says. You think he could preach it? He couldn't preach it. He couldn't realize it. He said the path is the object of self-realization is your austerities that to do with the body. Renunciation to do with your fucking body, man. Renouncing the objects of the senses. No, the object is congruent in the vision of revealed scriptures, is love of Krishna you get through the devotees who chant the holy names in great ecstatic devotion, just like the verse. Can I hear a clapping hurrah for some time, for the first time in ISKCON and all the Gaudiya Meeting and Gaudiya Math and the world? You hear the fucking absolute, clear, simple, simply put, for even a layman, truth that'll get you into Vrindavan. Because you're facing the door, right? Can you see the door? Is it obvious enough? The door is the authentic devotee who chants the holy name with great ecstatic devotion, tasting those transcendental mellows that Lord Chaitanya brought here 550 years ago, and empowers some lucky person in this world, and that's where your good luck is. Very rare place, isn't it? You think you can get this from Radhanath or Jayapataka? What do you get? A bunch of rules and regulations? That's why we got 5 mile smiles when we worship God here. And people got to know that. You see how all ignorance is busted? All the ignorance you believe is going to deliver you, man. I'm here to deliver the real Bhagavatam. I am no stranger to knowing astrology, but it is not serving or freeing your soul. It is extremely bodily identified. Yeah, it's good. I ain't leaving. I ain't letting no planets and stars dictate my devotion. I threw my astrology shit away because it was a hindrance. Oh, I knew it. You say all the best words. I started putting my faith in the stars and tarot, and it fucked me, not in a good way. It invited demons. I stick to you because you always help me. Yeah, I'm telling you, you know, when you get so, and you really get this, you really get, you're delivered by Guru Krishna, the real Krishna, given by the real Guru and the Vaishnavas. You're delivered in this associate. You get, there you go. One pointed view of the absolute truth, very pleasing, perfectly pleasing to the Lord in your own heart. And you're going to smile a lot. Forever, actually. Because you're in the truth, not in the lie. People believe their astrology is the object of self-realization. Isn't it amazing? I love these. See, I look at the star. All I need is one star. One star, right? I'm just I'm just a groupie for one star, and that's the Lord. This book is him, it's just fantastic and practical. You see how it's so practical, you know. I already, blew a few people astrologers' minds here, Some that's why they don't turn my classes on because I go right for the juggler. See, they got to do like you, Amy. They got to realize you're getting fucked by astrology, and it is a door for demons and even demigods. It's all speculations, and the demons use that door also. See, this is the door. This is the door to Vrindavan. This is the door to paradise. See, the conclusive truth in the vision of the revealed scriptures, in the vision of the revealed scriptures. See, that's the support for these scriptures. That's the purport that makes it really clear, these verses. Yeah. Yeah, and once you get this, back when Lord Chaitanya was here, he went to an astrologer. He went to an astrologer. That was his job. He knew it, but he was a devotee. He knew that he was delivered by his love for God. But he did astrologer's work, so what? No big deal. It's like a job. Some people, get some help from that. But I don't know, if you want to grow up, eventually you'll understand what I'm talking about. So if you can't take this word is very strong. It's very true. And a lot of people believe bullshit so much. They're so identified with the lies and all that stuff. They can't take this word. So if you want to be here with the devotees and you're getting something, just keep doing what you can do. Serve the devotees, and eventually you'll know all these things just automatically, just because you serve the devotees. Yeah. This is not for everybody, these classes, because if you're too identified with illusions and they're very strong in you, they can cause like some conflict and you have to be ready to work with the process and look at what I say, check it out, man, and then you start to abandon that opinion. You see, like Amy, she basically abandoned that opinion. She sees, okay, I'm saying these things, teaching these things, and she's looking now, how do these things affect her life now? Especially when you find this path. Is it progressing you or is it hindering you? So that's intelligence. So you got to work with your process. She can do that. Great. Fantastic. It's nice. That's Raganuga Bhakti, is you let go of the obstacles that are in your way of progress. Simple. That's abandoning the false opinions. All right. No doubt your inquiries were full and your studies were well fulfilled, since you have prepared a great and wonderful work, the Mahabharata, which is full of all kinds of Vedic sequences elaborately explained. Yeah, I read the Mahabharata, some of it, and what I notice, it's more of a discourse on moralities and how to do the disciplines and how to be disciplined and good moral persons and all that stuff. But you see, that's still Vaidhi Bhakti. you know, Varnashram Dharma, Vaidhi Bhakti, living according to the Dharma Shastras and all that. Matter of fact, Arjuna he wasn't, that path is not strong enough. Arjuna was into that. He was still confused. Hey, I don't know what is my duty. What is my duty? He looks in the Shastras, see the Dharma. What is your Dharma? What is your moral code? See, so that's a Mahabharata, it's a lot of that going on. Peppered in with some Krishna stuff. And that great chapter, Bhagavad Gita in the Mahabharata there. But still, not full satisfaction for the heart, because the Lord wants more. See, he wants more intimacy, more closeness, to understand his heart. His heart is beyond the material morality of the world, who identify with the body. They're moral according to moral codes for the body. Still not strong enough, not clear enough, not satisfying enough, and not enough protection in this world. It's like the Dalai Lama is a good example. Try to follow moral codes and all this stuff. But he ended up telling people to get that, man. So it's not strong enough. Many you gurus follow Vaidhi Bhakti, maybe sincerely, and Varnashram Dharma and all that. You glorify that as the object of self-realization. You're also into that. Acharya Dev himself. That's not protecting. Why aren't you protecting? Why aren't you understanding things? You're supposed to be guru, Can't you help your disciples even on a physical level? Why are you chauffeuring them into the hospitals and into the coffins, following this line here, which is depopulation? See, it's not strong enough. That's the point. But what is? Let's see. You have fully deliberated upon the subject of impersonal Brahman, as well as knowledge derived therefrom. See, there is knowledge in the Brahman. There's a level of realization, but it's incomplete. It's not full. Why should you be despondent in spite of all this, thinking that you are undone, my dear Prabhu? See, not satisfied. There you go, man. That's the beginning of the Bhagavatam. Narada Muni's teaching them. See, these were not really the full objective of self-realization, even in personal Brahman. Didn't make you happy there, huh, Vedavyas? You know why? Because he had a taste for something more. He was actually a devotee. He had some devotional experiences and connections and communions. Therefore, he's teaching about Varnashram Dharma and even liberation and the impersonal Brahman. His heart still, no, I'm still despondent. See, I'm not satisfied with this. That's why there's a verse in Chaitanya Charitamrita where Lord Chaitanya said, those even get a taste of this bhakti, get a little hint of it, a little flavor, they can never be satisfied by the impersonal Brahman fully. And so some of them, even here, they get a taste for something more, but then they go back to the impersonal Brahman for a while, and they will become dissatisfied someday. They'll remember this bliss of real bhakti if they made that contact, if they got it or enough of it. Mm. Yeah, we'll save this for more. Okay, let's bring some people on here now. So, who wants to come on? You can come on now, and I'll give the link here. Let's see who won here today. How come I can't put this in the comment? Oh, here it is. Okay. Paste. What is this? Erica. I didn't see this on the thing here. She commented. Erica, I wouldn't chant anything if I were you. But hey, what is this? Yeah, I don't know what this Erica is you're saying. Anybody wants to clue me in? Lalita is here. Who else? Who else is going to come on? Amy, get ready. Get yourself ready now. We need some spice here. Yeah, give us a word, Lalita, while you're up.
Yeah, it's very clear, more and more clear, Guru Maharaj, that we need the mercy of Lord Chaitanya to have any understanding. Um, uh, Over and over again, we see this with Maya Tattva, why those gurus, they say, take this, because they don't have those transcendental eyes. They don't see the depth. They can't find it in the scriptures, what has been predicted, etc., etc.
Yeah,
So
they don't see that. It's
no,
amazing.
no, you really need transcendental eyes to have any understanding, and it is Lord Chaitanya who brings that, because it's also more and more tasty the more everything that you read. Actually, when you receive the mercy, it makes a big difference. It makes a big difference in the understanding, like what I was reading today, for instance, of what you were reading today. If you receive the mercy of Chaitanya, you have a much bigger, deeper value, deep understanding what it really means. uh, yeah, see how fortunate we are, much more fortunate than Arjuna, even.
Yeah, oh yeah. Oh yeah, we're really lucky. Yeah,
Yeah,
the gurus, they're kind of, oh, they're like part of the world still. They think they identify. But
yeah,
even Christians way back, when Jesus was here, and after Jesus, and they had the potency, and they said, "Hey, we're in this world. We're not of this world. You know, this is we're not. That's part of the world. But that's religion. They're still the guru's still on that level in Vaishnavism. They're
yeah,
just identified with the world, and that's why they go right in. Oh, this world wants us to get shots.
yeah,
Yeah. Then,
yeah,
then, then I see they go to Prabhupada's books or letters, and they say, "You see, Prabhupada wants you to get the shot." And it's not really true. They take everything out of context.
yeah,
Prabhupada, like to get into a country preach, sometimes you need a shot to go to a country, but it was different. It wasn't this kind of. They use it, they mix it. Yeah, it's just material. I mean, so we're here for those that you want to go deeper. Anybody? You want to go deeper than that? Materialistic Vaishnavism headed by your gurus? It's like the ecclesiastical Christianity in Catholic Church type thing. That Vaishnavism is so much more than that. It's
Yeah.
the truth, man. It's the continuation of what Jesus was
Yeah.
doing. It. We're the only ones really doing it, actually.
Mhm. Yeah, there is this world and there is the transcendental world. There is this world and there is the kingdom of God. If we want to be in the kingdom of God, you've got to receive the entrance cards from Guru. That makes a big change, and whoa, you're in a different world. You're completely in a different world. But you've got to receive that elixir of transcendental intelligence, that elixir of transcendental happiness.
It's all who
Uh,
you believe. It's all who you believe. You
yeah.
know, like people say, Gohar, you're offensive towards Narayan Raj. What? He did the same thing. Actually, he would turn people away from who he thought was not an authorized guru. See, so but that's okay because he's and Gohari. No. It's okay for those who are, I'm sharing my realization, and that's not it. And this works. That didn't work. It didn't work. You can't even produce one Narayan Raj devotee that can show devotional emotions. I have not seen it. I met his top disciples and everything. They didn't have it. They don't even know what it is. That's how unusual this gift that Lord Chaitanya brought. Even it's all over the scriptures, and still the highest sanghas in Vaishnavism cannot recognize it. What? Only if you hear from an authentic associate of the Lord do you have a chance to understand it. That's why
It's
the
me.
preaching of Narayan Raj was true. It is so high, this bhakti. He was thinking, oh, there's no way. You have to many lifetimes to get it because he didn't understand this. That's all. If
That's
you
a proof that he didn't have it.
Yeah, that's why to understand this thing that none of the people understand. Look at my wife. She went to the Radhakund Babaji's 25 years, and she still doesn't understand what's here. What does that show you? It's not the real line. Otherwise, it would have been shown what was here, and then she would say, "Oh yeah." So that's the war: is that one opinion differs from everybody's, but it's the real one. See, we bring out, and that's why everybody that comes here and dedicates to this path from your heart, because you realize it's the best, feels so happy
Yeah.
because it
Back,
is the
yeah.
best.
Back to Godhead is back to the essence, back to that one opinion of God Himself, and not all those speculations that have been doing the round for so many ages. Back to Godhead is back to the essence, to as it is, as it is.
When Jesus was here, it was a similar thing. He knew he had the best message that was coming from the merciful Lord to whoever would believe in his word, in his preaching. He even said, they believe my word came from you, Lord, so therefore let them be as we are. And it's the
Yeah.
same here. You
Mm,
guys believe that my word is better than Narayan Raj's word, better than Radhanath's word, better than Jayapataka's word.
mhm.
Because it
Yeah.
is actually. But when you get it, see, then you realize, wow, this is different, man. This is unbelievable. This is not what you get over in these groups. See? But it all comes in. You have to believe in the message coming from the real intimate associate of God. If you don't believe in it or come to believe in it, by association and learning and seeing and observing and processing, getting raised to this spiritual level, you won't see it. It'll take you many, many lifetimes, and still you got to do this that you get an opportunity to do now. Come before the real devotees, come in their association. See, feel the emanation, get purified, hear that strong word, give up fucking astrology, eventually. But, don't be all flipped out like some are really attached to astrology. Okay, no problem. But just that's the word. Eventually you'll do that. Just keep serving if you want to serve the devotees. Yeah, if you get life from serving devotees, do what you can. That's what Bhagavad Gita. Bhagavad Gita says, oh, if you can't, worship me with loving ecstasy, if you don't, and that comes to the word too. If you don't love the word spoken by Guru yet, it's too heavy, then serve the devotees. And if you don't want to serve the devotees, then do something else, do some other charity work. And it just, longer, it just depends on what you can do in this life. Yeah. Yeah. So I like this word, man. My friends that are more intimate, they also like the conclusive truth. They like to, blast all these illusions. I mean, we're doing just what the Advaita did with his friends there, his associates. They would sit together and they would blast speculations, the speculative ideas and all that stuff. You could see they would sit down and discuss, and they would, passionately preach, just like a real Christian preacher exhorts. It's called exhorting. It's part of the nature of God and the devotees. If you don't exhort, and this is why I see ISKCONs you're in diapers out there. All of you got to mean you're in diapers still. You don't know what is real preaching of an inspired devotee, inspired by the transcendental potency. You think they're in the mode of ignorance because they're passionate. No, that's transcendental passion. That's the liberated soul. When they're here, they're very passionate. Lord Chaitanya was a very passionate preacher. Nityananda, very passionate. Everybody was passionate about God and preaching the word and all of that. But they don't even know what that is anymore. They think it's mode of ignorance because they don't have it. They're all like boring Bhagavatam. Krishna did this and Krishna did that.
And then they say, how do you know I have no prem? I just heard it.
It's all over your fucking face, man. It's all in your realizations. Who wrote that there?
No, nobody wrote it here.
Oh, I see. They write to you. Yeah, okay. Yeah.
They wrote it to me.
Yeah. Devotees can see these things. I mean, you get like a free ticket to the Prabhupada consciousness. You start to understand what he understood by personal experience. You're supposed to get this. This is a mercy of Prabhupada. He wants real devotees because the Lord wants real devotees. Why wouldn't he want people to advance beyond Varnashram Dharma? Come on, man. Wake up. Wake the fuck up, man. You get purified and then you understand here, this is a transcendental Sangha. It's different than everybody else because everybody else is a materialistic Vaishnavas. I haven't seen anybody beyond that. Maybe they got some Brahmin, they faith in being a Vaishnava Brahmin level, because that's all they can do. Unless you meet the real associate empowered with this potency, you can't move on. You can't move deeper. You're going to try to climb in the kingdom of God some other way other than the real devotee. And I can't go through that t-shirt, man. That t-shirt guy, ain't going to do it. I don't care if it takes many lives. That's a fucking false ego, man. Pride. Even if it takes me many, like my Guru Dev Narayan Maharaj said, many lifetimes, I'm going to go that route. And this stuff, what is this? You get it in this life, and you look at this Lalita. I don't believe that she's laughing for God. I believe she's like this, and I believe in that. I don't believe in it. I had so many I've seen like that.
Even in
Okay.
the Sangha, there are, don't believe me.
Yeah. Really, that shows you, man. There's a lot of dummies here, everywhere. You want to be a dummy? Yeah. The thing is, how you know what is sahaja, what is not real, is the person's not conclusive. See, you're conclusive when you recognize the real guru. That starts with that. The guru tattva people are inconclusive when they praise these persons who are not real spiritual masters in our Gaudiya Vaishnava line. You got to find a real gopi, man, a real devotee who is from Vrindavan. So this is a great, simple way, standard. But you got to be taught, look, that's why these books, you got to be taught about Rasa Tattva, Guru Tattva, the door to this understanding. Otherwise, you're not qualified to understand Rasa Tattva. That's why I spent so much time on Guru Tattva, starting with the people here so they can become faithful in Guru. Otherwise, you won't understand what I say about Rasa Tattva. You want, or Krishna Tattva or Gora Tattva. No tattvas. Guru Tattva. You gotta act accordingly. You got to get purified to act accordingly. It can't be just an act. It has to be from the heart and that comes by purification. That means you got to hear a lot of these words. They're tough teachings, or serve. You can just serve the mission. If you can't hear the tough teaching, you can't abandon your opinions on these things because you're too attached to the bodily thing. Serve. That you can do.
It
Like
all becomes part. Sorry, Guru Maharaj. I was
yeah,
waiting
well,
for the gap.
I have people, I have people, they say, here, well, your teachers, you got to listen. I don't need to change. I like this, and others are liking this. And if you don't like this preaching and the yelling and passion and all that stuff, passionate preaching, then just listen to the chanting and do what you can do. And if the other, don't, you can't control. I'm not here to be, controlled by people that are not fully faithful yet. Hey, just work with your level and serve and do this and don't listen to the passionate preaching classes if they spin you out too much and you want to fight them and all, or control the preaching and all that. Yeah, and everybody just you got the more people here even they want to make devotees. They want people that you got to become a fucking devotee first, man. You got to become a faithful devotee. And be honest. If you're not, you have doubts and all that stuff, become a faithful devotee before you start trying to bring in all these other people. Because you got to be an example of this preaching. Isn't that Lalita preaches from her example, from her faith? That's the power in it. And this inspires faith in others. If you this is what you don't have real faith. Like when I was in ISKCON, they're all about external, making devotees, but they're not even fucking devotees yet. So all you get is a bunch of bodies because of Prabhupada's books, maybe. A lot of people not even interested. And here, a lot of people are not interested in this preaching because it's too truthful. Yeah, but those who are, they come here, they just like, wow, this is what I was looking for. Oh, there's life here. Yeah. I want the truth, man. This world is fucked up, man. I got it, man. I'm tired of getting fucked by these imposters and these pretending gurus. I'm tired of it. They can't deliver me what I'm looking for. I'm still unhappy. All I get is a lot of rules, regulations, and then you start finding out there, a lot of them are not. Most of them are not following them. And they're telling me to follow them. What hypocrisy! Hypocrisy everywhere. This is the age of hypocrisy. You see it in your leaders, man. And you see it in your leaders in religion, your leaders in politics. Big hypocrisy, man. Huge. And now it's all coming out more, and people are, they're going to string these fuckers up too. I'm telling you, man, they're going to try. These politicians, you're already in Italy, man. They go down and they throw these fucking politicians in trash cans. You fuckers, you've been fucking us. They grab them right off their Capitol Hill or whatever, and they throw in Italy, throw them right in the fucking this is where you belong, in the fucking trash can. What a great example. I love that stuff. See, that's losing faith in liars and cheaters. And you got these gurus, and you think I'm your best friend telling you they're fucking you, man. They're fucked up. They ain't residents of Vrindavan. They all this nice veneer of niceness. They're still lying to you. Maybe they can't help it because they believe they're bullshit and you believe they're bullshit, and nobody goes to Vrindavan or gets to Vrindavan but us. Well, this is called compassion, man. See, compassion, passion. You thought compassion is, oh, let me
Compassion.
yeah, let me fuck you, you know. Let me fuck you. Let me be a wolves in sheep's clothing. Yes, yeah, but you should worship me because see, the Vedas say you have supposed to have a spiritual master, and I'll take you to Vrindavan because it says the spiritual master takes you to Vrindavan. Yeah, worship me. See, I don't have any passion. You see, yeah, that's the fucking problem, man. You're not compassionate. Boy, Krishna's in every fucking thing, man. Everything relates to him. See? So when you hear the word compassion, you got to see this, the
Passion
fist.
for the come.
Passion, compassion, passion for the cause.
For the coming, for the coming.
Yeah, you want to. Yeah, so you want to come, you got to get into the compassion of this preaching. It's funny they have
Passion
that
for
in there. Come, 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 passion. See, you need this is the thing. Come to the passion, man. Right
yeah,
there, Freddie. Compassion, compassion.
and passion for the
Yeah,
communion, for the
the real
communion.
definition of compassion. If passion is not coming to you, you haven't found the real guru yet. He's passionate about Krishna and truth, especially. And has the pastime. I hate the lie, man. Lie. We want to crumple up the lie and throw it in the basket. What do you got to say there, Freddie? Give us a word.
Yes, the word compassion is yeah, you enlightened a little bit more about passion, and yeah, the people have a lot of passion in the world for material things. That's where their passion is, and they have a lot of compassion for bodily things or for the animals or for the trees, but they have no real compassion for their own soul. So they are very violent to their own soul. They don't realize that whatever is not the truth is being violent for their own soul. So they are actually the killers of their own soul, and that's what they don't realize, because we are so many lifetimes in a material body, in a plant body, in an animal body, in a demigod body, in a human body. All these identifications, you cannot just wipe them away, in a few lectures from you, and you sit here and now I'm enlightened on the highest level of Vrindavan. Well, it's not going that quick, it's a gradual process that this identification is going out of your system. And even like you were speaking about all these other subtle attachments, like these tarot cards or angel cards or whatever, mystical things that we want to develop. So that's also an impediment on the path of bhakti. And that's what people attracts the most, and then they go into so-called sub spirituality, and they want to merge with the demigods or other teachings. And then they think, well, now I'm spiritual, but that are just sub levels of spirituality. It's not the real spirituality. It starts where you develop your relationship with God, and that is what you only can receive if you come to a person who already has established this relationship with God. You must be in the presence of real devotees, of a real guru, and then you can start to understand what it means to have a relationship with God. You cannot just jump in the kingdom of God if you are, a motherfucker of this material world. That is not possible.
Ooh, Freddie.
So this cleansing of the Kondicha temple is so important. The God, Lord Chaitanya, and the devotees are there, and they're all doing the cleaning. They're all doing the cleaning, and they do all first the gross things need out of the system, and then the subtle things, name, fame, position, name it. It's all considered the subtle sex of the material world. We want to enjoy all these levels of sexuality, gross and subtle, in the material world, and that's we need to get purified from all this stuff. And it takes time, it takes time. But Lord Chaitanya is so merciful that he gives us the ecstasy in our impure state, but then the purification starts. And that's the difficult part when you are in this Sangha. And I think, my God, will there come an end to this purification? Another day in the dentist chair. But it's necessary in the process, and Krishna is so merciful. Lord Chaitanya is so merciful. If you come through this narrow gate, you will get it. But you have to go through it. You have to go through everything. Also, Jesus said, it will not be easy, but it will be worth it in the end. And that's the bliss everyone will get if you stick it out here. And even if Guru is roaring sometimes and fucking around, and these words are these words these words are actually purifying, because they are carried with a transcendental vibration, and that's why it is purifying. But when a motherfucker of the material world is talking about fuck this and fuck that, then you get contaminated. That's how it works. But you have to feel and see the difference in what vibration things are spoken. And a person who is, to a certain level purified, he can definitely feel that this is a pure vibration, and it's not just something from the material world, and try to put people down, and yeah, just accuse them of all nasty things. No, it's just the truth what has been spoken here, and it is very purifying. It's very uplifting, and that is the real prasadam. This is the real prasadam that we have to eat every day. But if you are used to eat, the what is it, the lies of the cheating gurus, then you have that lower taste of lies, and that has to be replaced by the taste for the truth. But it takes a while, that you like the truth, because the ego is always false ego is very stubborn, and has so many identifications, and it needs to get washed out. You need to get hollowed out. The cup has to be emptied out. But most who come here and they listen for a few minutes, and immediately they start to react. Immediately the ego starts to be, no, 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 that's not what I've read in Shastra. And then they focused on all these Vaidhi quotes. You see, a lower truth, and Krishna also explains the lower truths in the Shastra, but they can't see and feel the higher truth. That is the problem. That's why they react all the time. React, action, reaction. The light is there, the darkness is there. So there is always conflict between these two. And only when you are purified enough and you are sufficient enough in the light, you feel attracted by the light and through the light. And that's what the Guru represents. He is the light of God. And this light comes through this pure knowledge of devotional service, unalloyed, pure devotional service. And you cannot compromise with it. Then it doesn't work. Then it's not pure anymore. Then it's alloyed devotional service. And Vaidhi Bhakti is still alloyed devotional service. So they stick to the rules, and they think, when I follow this perfectly, then I will get the result of Bhakti. No, no. You might develop a desire to attain Krishna. You might develop a desire to attain Krishna. So you see,
Yeah,
it's all,
yeah,
yeah.
yeah. It's just by ultimately the desire leads you to just walking through the door, and walking through the door, you start throwing the clothing out there. It's like a person, when they're gonna sleep with somebody. You ever see these movies? They're going, they get really hot after each other, and they're throwing off their clothes, man, so they can get really close, skin deep, and they have their, you know, coupling, their thing, intimacy. It's like this: you're walking through the door, you got to throw, to get the clothes off so you can get this intimate relationship with God. See? Otherwise you're going to be stuck with that level for the rest of your lives, again and again and again. You got to come to this level where you're letting go of your clothes just by walking through the door. It's all about that, and the people that are slow about it, they just say, I can't take this off, this coat. I've been wearing this for so long, and I kind of like this coat. I'm attached to it. Yeah, go ahead, Lolita.
But Radharani gives you different dresses. She gives hers. So
Yeah.
then you are nicely dressed, much better dressed after.
Yeah. Well, some people they can't. They don't even. They're not really desiring that dress enough to be like given the dress, and so you kind of take it off. So people are at different stages here, and that's why I say a lot of people just, you know, if you just listen to these classes and that's very purifying, but a lot of people it's too hard and they need to go. If you want to stay connected to this, you do some service, do some physical service, and you'll be happier too. People that do that, not everybody can. This by hearing this word, you're taking the clothes. It's almost like getting raped in a sense, but not materially, of course. Spiritually, you're taking the person's clothes off by hearing this word, and they feel it. They're like, what is, confusing. Hey, this is violence. You know, well, no, we just, you got this false ego clothes, taking them off. All right, I've been waiting for this gal. Yeah. All right, Amy, give us a word. Thank you there, Freddie. Give us a word there, Amy, while we got you.
Sorry. I'm having some vocal cord issues, so like forgive my
That's okay.
terrible voice at the moment. Yeah.
No, it's cute.
It's not cute. All right, but wow, like you know what? I don't want to go. I don't want to be weird. I feel like I'm all of a sudden gonna go weird, on us.
Yeah. Oh yeah, go weird. I
Just
like
go
the weird.
weird, right? Just do
Yeah,
it.
yeah, just do it.
Just do it. Like I love the way you said that. Like, it's almost like we're gonna rape you or we're gonna rip your clothes off and do this. And I know that's like this is a vulgar way. I get it. Whoever's watching, like we're a little vulgar here, but the meaning behind what we're saying is extremely esoteric and it's very meaningful. Like, yeah, we're gonna do that because we're trying to get you outside of this material. Like I always say the same things, like we're transcending, right? Isn't that the main thing that you said, like in the beginning? Like we're gonna transcend this, like we don't have to be here. Like I'm not gonna lie, like this isn't like some people like this material realm. They like taking shits every day. They like their body. They like these fucking gross things. Like I don't. I'm not one of those people. I'm an alien of this planet because I don't like those things. But I'm here, and I'm working within these awful circumstances. Let's put it. Um, yeah, like I can't imagine that people are like they like to sit in traffic all day. Like I don't know, whatever. But like you said, we're going to transcend this. And I like the way that you said this, like we're raping and taking off the clothing and like Krishna steals the clothing because he's saying, I'm going to get you out of this one way or another. You know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
one way or another, we're going to get out of this. And if it has to do, if you have to just embarrass yourself like me right now, like on the live, like if you have to go ahead and do that, then do it, because we're going to get us out of this. Like even like a lot of people, they don't want to come live. And I'm not lying to you. Like, yeah, this feels a little dentist chair. Well, actually, this is a lot better than a dentist chair because I'll tell you what, that's pretty much the scariest scenario I can imagine is the dentist chair. But this is a lot better. This is fun. We're having a good time. This is a good time here. But you're so right. Like, and that's what it's all about. It's getting us like I just feel like it's just always like kind of climbing up a ladder here, like we're always just climbing up this like spiritual esoteric ladder. I don't know. Sorry.
No,
And oh,
go for it, man.
yeah, I just feel like that's what's happening. It always gets higher and higher. It's a higher perspective. It's a higher way of thinking. And you just bring this out. Like I feel like you bring it out with people. Like it's like you're almost like like a fisherman, like and you're bringing these fish out, you bring everything out, you are literally tearing off the clothes of people, like you're making them sit in the chair, you're doing all of this is like I would say like pure magic. Like I don't want to call it magic because that's like probably a bad word, but maybe not, we curse anyway, it's magic, but it's pure magic, it's pure, it's not, there's nothing bad about it. It's not black, it's not bad magic, this is pure magic. Do you know what I'm trying to say? I'm sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, yeah. It's kind of mystical. It's like
Yeah, very mystical.
yeah.
Well, you're very mystical. Like the way you're so telepathic, like how you like say things before like we think it. Like this has happened and so many people in this group have experienced this phenomena, I'll call it, because like we'll think something, right? And so or even if we're chatting with each other, talking, and then you'll say that exact thing, like at that moment. It's like and I don't even know if you know like that's happening, but like it always seems to coincidentally happen like that. Like the amount of coincidence and irony, like I don't know, that happens within this group is absolutely phenomenal. Like you do it to me all the time. I think when you tune into you, like if we're really tuned into you, you know, like, and we like we're in your vibe, like we are just riding that wave, the Gorahari wave, like the biggest gnarliest wave, you know, right? And we are surfing that wave. Then you start experiencing these like odd, like telepathic things with you. I don't know if anybody like wants to hear that. That happens, by the way.
Ah, yeah.
Everybody knows, right? You guys know what I'm talking about. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah.
Sorry. All right. Enough.
Yeah. Enough what? Keep going. What else?
What else? What else? I will sit here and talk all day. Like that's
Yeah,
why I have
yeah,
no voice left because I'm
yeah.
like, oh, and Gorahari says this and blah blah blah. Like because it's this is real. It's happening. Like you live in this material world and it's not easy, you know, to be here. Like this is a school of learning. I mean, we are going through we're in the trenches, you know, like in war. And then here you come and you make every like the whole day like becomes so much brighter and like all of a sudden, you know what? I have a lifeboat. Like I'm not sinking in the quicksand. I am on the boat, you know, and I feel empowered. I'm not the kind of person who feels empowered. I'm the kind of person who's like, oh fuck, like we're all fucked. Like oh Jesus, let me go back, like, let me hide under my covers. Let me dig a hole in my backyard and go bury myself in it. You know what I mean? Like because we're all fucked. Because I can, but then again, then you come along and everything is like no, we have a boat, we're doing this. Like I feel like captain my captain, you know what I mean? Like I'm like I do feel like Arjuna in that sense, you know, like that you're like, you know, like the captain. You're like no, I'm gonna steer the chariot but you're gonna shoot the arrows, you know, like all right, I didn't want to do this, like but I can do this, you know, like and you just you make that happen. And I think that's just so amazing because I love that. I love a hero's journey. I'm a really big into, you know, that kind of idea. So I feel that way. Like, and I kept thinking today, honestly, this is so weird. I'm so weird. You're not only my disciple, but you're my friend, you know, like, you know, you always say that, like, and I love that. I think it's really sweet. And it means a lot to like, you're not just my disciple, you're my friend. And I feel like Krishna was saying that to Arjuna when he's like, I'm going to steer the chariot. You shoot those arrows. He's a scary fucking situation. Right. But he's like, no, I'm not only, you know, like I'm your friend. Come on, we can do this. You know, we're doing it together. Right.
Yeah,
That,
exactly. Yeah. Yeah. It's a partnership. You know, and that's how it works. You know, this is yeah, and that's why you know, people are not delivered by one person. uh, there's a group, you know, the group, there's the guru, the captain, and the mates, you know, on the ship is the word, you know, the word is the truth. That's the ship carries it even says Bhagavatam is the word that carries you across this ocean of Maya. So we're just that's our boat, man, is the word of God. That's why, you know, you don't need to find, you know, the fault, you know, people, this, these people that just don't, everybody's such ignorance. You know, they think, yeah, I don't trust myself or it's all, I want to know myself and all that. I said, do you really want to know yourself? Do you really? Yeah. But they think the false ego is the self, man, you know, and it's all about taking shelter of the real self, you know, the real self, and then you lose that false ID, you know, the false identity. You realize, wow, it's so empowering to take shelter of the real self. You don't need to create some uh, or stay stuck in that creation of the false ego that we've done over so many lifetimes. No, get into the real, get purified, man. Take this on, put on the clothing of the truth. this is God's mind and his heart.
Wait,
So
are we putting on the clothing or are we taking off the clothing? I think I feel like it's both. Like
it's
we're
both, yeah. And you
yeah,
take
because
off the clothing if you
to put
surrender.
on the real clothing.
Yeah, you put on the real clothing, and simultaneously you take off, so you can get closer. That's when you're chanting, it's like that. It is for me. Chanting, it's like I'm getting closer, and okay, this is in the way. Okay, I'm inattentive. Okay, let's take that off and get closer. And moving closer. And yeah, that's surrender. More wanting to get close, and then the Lord says, "Oh, here, I'll help you. Take that off." Yeah, and it just we found the ever fresh path. I mean, this is worthy to preach. This is so special. You know, Everything is so unspecial compared to this. There's nothing like bhakti. There's nothing like the real God, the real Krishna, who's ever fresh, ever deeper, ever deepening, always learning about that truth. Very inspiring, the most inspiring. That's why this is everything. It's the best of everything, all in one solution. Everything else is not connected. It's
Yeah, we got the
indirect.
hole in one. This is a hole in one,
This
right?
is a
Like
hole in one, man.
hole in one. Yeah.
Yeah, yeah. This is all in one. Everyone, all in one solution and everything. And that's when God is really your life and soul. It's like that because you realize, wow, just to be in the Lord, everything is in me. It's like that's the empowered version. Because I'm in the Lord, everything is in me, and that Lord is everything. That means all inspiration, all knowledge, all understanding, all love, all all, all plan. The whole plan. God's plan. Everything is in you, and
I mean,
that's a relationship. Yeah,
how lucky are we for having that, right?
yeah,
How much luck is that? Who's
yeah,
I used to call myself the unfortunate one. I because women are the unfortunate ones. They say
yeah,
men are the fortunate ones. We're the
yeah,
it's a man's world, and the women are
yeah,
the unfortunate ones. But you know what? At the end of the day, I feel like I'm the fortunate one all of a sudden. Like so
yeah,
lucky. And everything you're saying just makes me say, you know what, Amy, you're so friggin' lucky that you would wind up here like doing this. Like as it,
yeah.
like as this is so lucky that I would hear these words. I know you're looking, you don't want to get kicked out of the park, right? That's what you're looking for. Yeah. Every time you look around, I know you're like,
Gotta
oh,
keep
they're
a
about to
little
kick me
watch.
out. Hyper alert, right? Hyper alert. But you know, but
Yeah,
thank you. I guess I just want to honestly just say thank you for doing this and delivering this every day. I mean, you're on fire. What
yeah.
fire? This is the ring of fire right here. And you just it's just like we're shooting just out, do like one after the other. All these realizations and I just keep getting higher and higher. And this is really the science of self-realization. I mean, that's why Prabhupada called it that, the science of self-realization,
Yeah.
because you're like this word, through your entire energy and your word brings us up, up, up. And look at how this, we gather in groups, and all of a sudden, this happens. Like, don't you, it's so magical. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to
No,
jump.
no, it's true. It's very
It just,
magical, and
yeah,
it's the
it,
best. It's the
yeah, it
best.
trips me out. It's so cool.
Yeah, and that's the why it's a witness program thing when people see that it is the best, and that's why like Christianity spread from those 11 persons who got really inspired, like, wow, this is great what Jesus gave. And they just say, even to this day, when people change and they get a little mercy from Jesus, there's energy and there's life, and they build churches for that. I mean, they out of inspiration. Yeah, and yeah, I mean, everything comes from that inspired. They say this is so different. Yeah, because getting even a little connection with God by believing even in a bygone devotee. See, that's how powerful it is. This was Prabhupada's intention. He said, my god brothers did the wrong thing. They appointed saviors. They appointed a savior, and this displeased. This was offensive to my guru, because only a savior is a savior, and to appoint people that are not qualified as saviors, was the big disrespect on, believe it or not, you ISKCON devotees, you have it all wrong. I'm just telling you what Prabhupada always told you. You don't appoint us saviors, and you did. And you lied by saying Prabhupada appointed you saviors. And even in his book, he said, no, that was the wrong thing to do. They should have continued the mission. You worship Bhakti Siddhanta until another Acharya arises, and then it's authentically worshipped. Like the book says, worship of my devotees is even better than worshiping me, because they talk to you, and they bring me to you.
Well,
Otherwise you're not.
like how they used to appoint kings, like back in the day, and they would say, "Oh, this king is divine, like it's
Yeah,
divinely like," and they're king, and they would be these shit kings, who are
yeah,
like literally just the
yeah,
worst. And
yeah,
but they had this idea, this stupid idea. Humans had this idea that, oh, if he's appointed king, that this is a divine thing, and it
yeah,
wasn't. It was such bullshit even
yeah,
back then. I mean, how many? I don't know why I always like would research kings and
yeah.
this idea of I guess lineage, right? Like, but then people would overthrow the king and stuff like that. Like a real ruler, I guess, right, has to be divinely appointed, and
Oh,
they
absolutely.
wanted this idea, like they wanted
Yeah.
the divine ruler, they wanted the ruler to be divinely appointed, but it was all screwed up in that, and I
Yeah,
feel
they
like
can't, nobody, yeah. They, that's the truth. And that's why you see our preaching is built on the foundation of truth. That's why it stands. And those who are committed to truth, they stand here. And it's, why would you stand under the truth? Because it's empowering. It's the strongest of the strong. And all these so-called kings in ISKCONs and Gaudiya Smriti and Gaudiya Math and the Radhakund Babajis, if you're not like that, and I haven't seen anybody like standing under such truth of the teachings of Lord Chaitanya, which are the best of all truths, they'll fall, they'll disappear, they go into oblivion, they scatter, because only what is true and eternal will last. And in Vaishnavism, there's none of that real truth that's not hypocritically being preached. So it's that simple. That's the message here. Jesus stood under the message of the essential message of the Bible, became very empowered and strong. See, uh, this guy Gohari does the same thing. Prabhupada did the same thing. That's why he said, what did you point an acharya? Acharya is a savior. They save, literally bring you to Vrindavan. Why did you do this? This was wrong. And who did it? Was Sridhar. That's why he chastised Sridhar in Chaitanya Charitamrita. And it was talking about him, because he's the one who appointed the Ananta Vasudev, which was a failed experiment, which is always going to fail. That's why all these spiritual masters are failures. You fail to deliver your disciple, you're a failure. What is it? There's no meaning to guru then. There's no meaning. If you, in the Gaudiya Vaishnava line that you represent, you can't deliver your disciple love of God, it's a failed thing. That's why Narayan Raj didn't succeed. It's failed. Couldn't even bring one to that level, because it's not the real line. He didn't preach the real line.
I just want to go. I'm sorry.
Yeah. No, go ahead. Go ahead.
No, sorry. I know I don't know how to like interject, but
It doesn't matter.
I have
I
interruption
like.
problems.
By the way, I like your interjection. You just keep doing what you do. I like the way you do it.
Thank you.
Very
I
good.
really appreciate that, 'cause it's a little embarrassing because I'm like, oh, let me say something.
No, good, good. I like it. Ooh, it's exciting. I like it.
Well, like when
He gets excited too. He likes it too.
you know like
He's
it's
hanging
funny.
on every word that you say.
Uh, I I don't think so. Freddie
He
has heard
is.
a lot of my words. Freddie's heard a lot of my words. Okay, I've exasperated this poor man. Okay, to death. But just kidding. No, like physicists, like they fund like in universities, like for scientists to literally try to understand these like concepts, and they give money to this. I hope I didn't lose my, what was I going to say? They're giving a lot of funding to this, but is anything being produced? Often what happens is they fund it, and the poor physicists, these scientists, and they're very intelligent people, and they're trying their darndest, like to figure the universe out, but they are failing, and their experiments fail, and it's like, and then they will they will take the funding away, because okay, you didn't produce anything, you know what I mean? Like
Yeah.
nothing has come from your experiments, and this
Right.
is a big thing. If you're doing this, it's a big job, to try to to figure out the universe, and use these very intelligent mathematical physical ways to figure out the universe. But if they have not produced anything, they will take the funding away. And this just thought came to me, is that in a way, like, we produce actual, like, our experiment, or like, our trying to, that we have a theory, right? Like, and this is a theory, and then we are like, uh we are applying the theory by experimenting with it and seeing if it works, and it does work, so we have, like, we always say, there's proof in the pudding. I know I always use that silly expression. I would love to find a new one to say, like, just that there's like fruition there. There's something, like a product came of it. Like, we proved the theory, basically. The proof in the pudding means we proved the theory. And that is the biggest thing you can do in, like, in physics, which is in this realm, the highest thing that people do is, like, quantum physicists. These are like rocket scientists, call it what you want, but we call them, like, physicists, and they try to prove the theory and try to understand the universe. And if they can't prove it, then they will take the funding away, like, okay, you didn't prove the theory,
Yeah.
but we prove the theory all the time. And I think that that's so incredible. I mean, it's so, to me, magical, because it's happening. Like, we didn't lie. We have Gorohari came about preaching how many years into an empty camera. You always say the same things. Like, I talked for years trying to get people to understand this, like what you knew, you know what I mean? And nobody was on the boat because they weren't listening, all of a sudden we all come along and we're listening, and we've proved the theory, and it's absolutely, it's genius. I mean, to me, it's absolutely brilliant, so that's all I wanted to go ahead and interject, was that we've proved a theory, and that's brilliant. It is a science. So this is not, some people think you're just full of, like, hot air, and it's not. This is not hot air,
That's why it lasts. See, this has already been proven 550 years ago, and then put in the book. Not only then, it's always universally the way things work. The Bhagavatam is based on Maharaj Parikshit listening to a realized soul who has realized his relationship with God, spoke under the inspiration of the Lord. See, same thing with Jesus, same thing with his followers. That's a real disciplic line when the message is coming down like that. And so when somebody now in 2024 is teaching real Bhagavatam principles that are in alignment with the scriptures being taught here, then it works. It's so fucking simple. What they're teaching in ISKCON is like, they got the books, right? And they preach something that's not congruent with the teaching. And it doesn't work. Doesn't get the desired result of love of Krishna, because this book is meant to give you the desired result of attraction to the messages of Vasudeva, which means attraction to God. This is God, man. This is his word. And when it's delivered as it is, it causes that attraction, and that is called love of God. Ever increasing attraction to God. These messages become very attractive. It's like, wow, what's the next message today? And it's all in here. And daily we get the messages of Vasudeva become very like, wow, let's talk about these messages. They're so interesting. It's like going to a greatest show on earth. It's like, let's go to the movies today, man. But and boy, it's free. All I have to do is turn on my camera, and we're gonna hear the message of Vasudeva. Wow, right? That's the way Amy, she lives. See, she's like that. She's, Lalita, you see, they want to come, Freddy, they come for the messages of Vasudeva, man. Yeah, and that's why you get spoiled here, man. You listen to the real message of Vasudeva, and then you go to Radhanath,
right.
and you go to
It's a movie.
Sridhar. What?
It's like I feel like I'm in a drive-in movie theater, which we don't have anymore. I mean, this is the greatest, all for free. I don't even have to pay. I'm sorry.
Theater. That's what it is. Yeah, and we got the little speaker box, right? Your phone, because you hook it up to your house. You're sitting on a couch, man. That's your car. You hit the little speaker box, the cell phone. You watch the movie.
And it is. It's the greatest show too. It's a good movie. Like you didn't,
Yeah, it's a
like,
good movie,
and
man.
it just gets better and better, and it doesn't end. It doesn't
Yeah,
end. Like it's not 2 hours later. It's not over.
yeah,
It just
yeah,
keeps
yeah,
going
yeah.
and going.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Discussing these things, and that's what it's all about. See, but if you're not following the formula, that's why you see there's all this stuff. Service. See, people can't get off that level of cleaning the toilets and washing the pans because it's not built on the foundation of attraction. Hey, I was in ISKCON. I know it. We didn't have no time to read. Yeah, read the books. Are you kidding? We got to serve, right? Freddie was burnt out from me. I do so much service, man. This was all about, man. Service. Otherwise, what do you what? Read these books? Oh no, we just for the shelf, man. There's ornaments, ornamental. Yeah, to me, this is the service, man. I love this service. It's subtle. It's powerful. It changes people. It makes them the real devotees attracted to the
And
message.
it's intimate. And it's intimate
It's
too.
intimate. Yeah. Look how much intimacy we have, Freddie. Isn't it amazing? Yeah, I mean that's why this is solid, man. Every day, we eat solid food, and other people they're not teaching in alignment with these books. That's why Prabhupada was like that. That's why he came to me and gave me the order because I'm like that. I like things to be tidy, like exact. you know and Prabhupada saw, what is this? They appoint an acharya, and that, see, they're, hey, you ISKCON people, you don't know Prabhupada, you don't follow his mindset.
Because you're a straight shooter. That's what it is. Like you're a straight shooter, You
Yeah,
shoot us straight. And I one thing I don't like, having my own the brain that I'm living with, I don't like if I have to guess what's happening, like because I will come up with my own perspective, which could be all whacked out. Like, but I love if somebody's going to shoot me straight. Like, just tell me what's happening, right now. Like, I need to know exactly. I mean, exactly what's happening. And that's
yeah,
what I love the most about you is you tell me exactly what's happening. Like, you're not, you're shooting us straight. You're not, there's no beating around the bush. There's no bullshit. There's
yeah,
no like me having to figure it out. And, oh, I'm going to be passive aggressive, or I'm going to, oh, do this or that. And, people and their mannerisms. And you never know what the hell they're really thinking or feeling.
yeah,
Anyway, I'm sorry that I had to say that, but I love the way that
yeah,
you just shoot us straight all the time.
yeah,
You're a
yeah,
straight shooter.
yeah, yeah, yeah. Well, the Bhagavatam is a powerful gun. you know it's the biggest caliber, and when you shoot the real bullet, it makes its mark, and when it hits its target, and that's what it's meant to do, and if it's the right target. Otherwise, people, they're not good targets, because they have all these different philosophies. They move the target here and they move it. That's what ISKCON's always been about. That they're always moving the target because that doesn't work and this didn't work. The zonal acharya system didn't work, but they still want to have that guru thing, because, hey, man, that keeps them alive. It keeps the name and fame. They get energy from my Guru Dev, and I'm Guru Dev. See, but that's not the real Ras. See, Prabhupada came to me and authorized this guru thing after many years of relishing mellows. That was the essence, man. Tasting the mellows of bhakti purifies the heart where you're not attracted to name and fame. It's a Debbie Downer for a devotee. I mean, they've, like, I appreciate people worshiping their guru, worshiping Gaur Haridas, okay, because it's great that you do that, because that's the philosophy, worshiping a real guru empowered by the real Krishna, and look at the benefit. I love that, you're luckier than me in many ways because you have a living guru that you can praise, you know, and taste that happiness that if you're praising the real guru, you please Krishna and you will feel it inside. If you're purified, you will feel Krishna's happiness. And more you get that, the more you attain the real consciousness of Vrindavan, because they're all like that. It's all about pleasing Krishna in the greatest way, and praising a real, authentic representative of that Lord here in this world. Oh, tickles the Lord to death, or to life, actually.
And and it tickles us too, honestly. I have to say, it tickles us too, because like we get to praise you, and we have guru, we have you, but you don't have, like, you have you too, but like you don't have like you, like the way that we have you. You know what I mean?
Exactly.
Like,
Yeah.
because I have you, and you're this like you're so much larger than life. You're like, and it's so tangible and real. I always say, like, how am I gonna love God? I don't even know where he is. Like, is he the wind? What is he? I'll move a rock, you'll find me. Lift a stone, there I will be. Okay, and I get that. It's very very esoteric and stuff, but this is tangible. This is so real. But like, you don't have like, I mean, I don't know, like, and that's why I'm
Yeah.
sorry, I was just thinking about this, like, it's just I feel so lucky again, like this
Yeah.
is so
Well,
perfect that this has happened. It
that's
tickles
why
me.
Krishna came as a devotee, because he wanted to experience what his devotees feel for him. See, and it's the same thing. The real spiritual master comes as a stand-in for Krishna in this world. And so he, the devotee of a guru gets the best deal, actually. That's why, you know, the Lord came himself. He knew his devotees got the better deal than he even got. And that's why being a devotee is the greatest honor, the greatest privilege, is the greatest attainment, is a devotee. Matter of fact, they all got in the act. Um, in Lord Chaitanya's Leela, Nityananda, Advaita, who they're also God, but they loved coming as devotees of the Lord. It was a great taste. You see, it's all about taste. Highest taster is Radharani. It's all about taste. She has the greatest taste, the greatest transcendental mellows she experiences, and the greatest revelations about the Krishna, the truth. See, but you can tell who is real guru to the extent of their revelation and realization. And it's very small. If you get, that's why I say do 30, 60 days here and see what's going on. And then you go and look over there, you think, oh, I mean, that's if you really hear here and you get to follow the process, then you will see. Otherwise, you won't see. You'll be like a Johan. A great example. Thank you for your preaching, Johan. That's a great teaching. You become like that. He can't see what he's not. So Freddie is thinking, oh, I lost my friend. He doesn't give a shit about you. He's over there. He's not here with you, Freddie. You're with the real thing. You know, you got the real deal, and he's not here. That's how much friendship uh, uh, is attracting people in Maya. They're not. There's no friendship here. There's no. They have no real love for anybody. They can't, because it's all fucking illusion. It's all about the body. It's all about the false ego. What kind of love is that? It's so temporary. This is love, man. Loving a ecstatic devotee there, Amy, right? Loving their word, the word that comes from ecstatic depth with God, their communion.
And it just
Oh,
sends you so high, you know what I mean? Like this, like it sends you so high that the rest is so low.
yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly. Yeah. What do you think, Lolita? Are you enjoying this?
I don't think, Guru Maharaj, I'm listening.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Who else wants to come up here? Let's come on. Let's spice it up. Hey, Andromeda, get your little Buddha. We need a little spice up here. Yeah,
Yeah, if
we
I
need a
if I
little.
can do it, you can do it too. Come on.
Yeah, Andromeda, look at that. Come on, man. Who else we got there? I think Noodles and Bonnie, they're probably in Wales still. Yeah, Shama Sundari, where are you? Well, anyway, whoever wants to come up can. Yeah. So yeah, I'm going to read a verse here while we're at this here. Yeah. My Lord. So this is, see, this is Veda Vyas talking to Narada Muni. He says, see, my Lord. Why is he saying that? This is Veda Vyas. My Lord. That's a devotee, is like your Lord, you know, because the Lord comes as a devotee. You know, people, when they hear me say that, you see, you want to imitate. No, that's conclusive, man. Yeah, if they're real, if the Lord says, this is my devotee, see, and the devotee is thinking, this is my Lord, you know, you're married, man. See, that's the Lord say, yeah, you listen to him, you're getting my word, man, because he's with me. He's on board. See, are you with me? Remember that one? Are you with me? See? Well, that's a devotee, man. They're with the Lord, man. They like it. I love being with the Lord, man. I don't need no false ego in the world that make me miserable. I like being with the Lord's ideas. I like his happiness. You know? It's perfect. Everything's perfect about this. That's why I can preach in a t-shirt, man. You guys, they all need props to be propped up. See, I'm propped up by the truth. I'm propped up by this relationship, man. I'm here. I want to share it with but I want to throw it all over the place, man. I want everybody to know God. This is what my Lord wants. He said, my name is Vishvambar. If I can fill the whole universe with love of God, I want to help, fill something, all right. We got a lot of people coming here now, more and more. Let's fill this sangha. We got unlimited seats on this boat. The boat keeps expanding, right? Turn your camera on. We got another seat for you.
This is the clown. No, this is the clown car. You know, like the clown car. You just keep piling all the clowns into the clown car.
Piling on your clown. Yeah, if you will admit you're a clown. Hey, Radhanath, you ready to admit you're a clown? How about you big gurus in the Narayan Raj thing? Are you ready to admit you're just clowns? You want to hang out with and clown around with us? Yeah, my Lord. See, my Lord.
Yeah.
My Lord, everything that is mysterious is known to you because you worship the creator, destroyer of the material world. See, the creator and destroyer of the material world. Most people don't know who that is. They think Shiva is the destroyer or Brahma is the creator. That's why you have demigod worship, right? But are they the real creators and destroyers of the world? Or are they empowered to do it by something greater? Oh yeah, the maintainer he says the maintainer of the spiritual world. He didn't say the maintainer of the material world, but that could be, that's that form of God as Vishnu. He maintains your heart. He keeps everything going. He's a maintainer. See, when he wants to stop your heart, he comes as Shiva. And if he wants to build a skyscraper, he comes as Brahma, and they build all these things. Well, he inspires passionate people. See, mode of passion, create babies and all that stuff. See, but the maintainer of the spiritual world, because there's no creation there. There's no destruction there, really. There's only maintenance, because everybody knows. Yeah. That's self-realization here. You don't need any more creation of material stuff. You don't need destruction of your material thing. You don't need the demigods. You don't need astrology to do with karma, which is the action and reaction and all that. You just get maintenance. Yeah, just maintain this thing. We hear nourish the relationship, right, Lily? To just nourish it, maintain it, man. Maintain the bliss, maintain the happiness, right?
No, this is so much like transcending the material modes. This has always been your preaching from the beginning, and I feel like exactly what you're saying. Like, I'm seeing some comments right now, and like I just feel like exactly what you're saying is we are there's these material ways, like this destroying, this maintaining, but we are literally like higher than this. Like I see Shama Sundari saying, please tell me, what was God's idea behind creating this material world? I need to know his intentions. And I
Ah,
understand that. Like I get what she feels like. Like I
yeah.
have also been like in my material mode when I'm in the material modes, and I'm like, what the fuck? This sucks. Basically, like, why are you doing this, God? Like, or things seem to be going wrong. Like, why? What is this purpose? And they
Well,
always say the
okay.
Lord
You
is
want an answer?
mysterious.
You want an
Yeah,
answer?
yeah. We want an answer. Yes.
It just came to me before I forget it. Yeah, yeah. Well, it started back in the garden. See, remember, there is God's voice, God's truth, God's word, and then the false God's word was the snake. See, Adam and Eve took shelter of the Maya, took shelter of the snake, believed the snake. So they fell down into the material world, which is the reflection of the absolute truth. So the way out of that now, so it's not like the Lord, it was already there. The reflection's always there. So God says, don't take shelter of the reflection by eating the fruit from that tree. You can eat from all these other trees, but that one you don't want to eat the fruit of the knowledge of good and evil, because you're going to take a side there. See? And then you're going to be an illusion. You're going to consider yourself a doer. Demigods and demons are all thinking they're the doers. You're going to think you're the creator. You're creating your griha, your families and all that, creating buildings, and you're going to have dreams, and you're going to be dreaming and all that stuff, and you're going to suffer, and you're going to take more births because you're going to be attached to material objects. You're going to think material objects are the objects of self-realization, and all kinds of bullshit is going to trap you there. So don't listen to the snake. Don't eat from that snake's fruit. See, that fruit is the word of those persons, see, and that are in Maya. See, those they serve. These gurus, I tell you, they're serving these principalities. They're snakes. You notice snake, Kalia, witchy woman, the Putanas, all that. They're demons in that sense. And they're going to take you into the illusion, even the illusion of thinking they're in the real Vrindavan. See, but they can't bring you there. Narayan Raj didn't bring anybody there. See, his conclusions were not like pristine. They were not even the real Bhagavatam yet, because the object of self-realization was what? Renunciation, austerities. Oh yeah, they said, see, that's the hypocrisy. That snake is hypocritical still. The snake is the imitating. She thinks she knows. See, she goes to Vrindavan. Oh, I'm a devotee. I know what it is. I'm a resident of Vrindavan. Isn't that what Narayan Raj was doing, basically? You see, I'm a resident of Vrindavan. But they can't pull it off. They can't pull it off. They can't tell you what Vrindavan devotees know. They know the mind of Lord Chaitanya, because we're here to preach his mind. His mind is not by austerities, not by renunciation that he was preaching to get love of God. That was the wrong preaching. That's why there's no love of God in that Sangha. And there is here, because it's the right preaching. Yeah? Passionate preaching, true preaching. It's through the devotees it's so friggin' simple. The real guru is a real resident of Vrindavan, and God gives him the real word, his message, his good news, man. Man, this is good news. This is not just the good news of Jesus. That was good news. But this is good news now. I mean, he's the latest incarnation. That's not offensive to Jesus. It's true. He's saying, yeah, go all right, preach it. Preach it. Tell
Yo,
them.
what did Jesus say though? He brought the good news, right? And what he
Yeah.
said, be like me. Just, I'm gonna he goes, you be like me, and that's exactly what you do. And you bring the good news, because before this, there was only bad news. I'll tell you that much. Like, I don't know what some people might be like liking things in this material world. They're like, oh, I like this. Like, I don't, like, I'm not one of those people. I'm an alien of this planet. Like, I'm not like into this, like, I don't even know why I'm here. I just happen to be here, you know? I have no idea why. But
You're
like,
here
and
for this show the glory of
clearly,
Sadhu Sangha, of Lord
this is
Chaitanya's
my
place.
only purpose, like, is to serve you, honestly. But you know, it's like it's always bad news, and then all of a sudden, one glorious day, there's good news, and Gorahari brings this good news on the RMS Gorahari ship, which I have become like, you know, not first mate, but I'm a matey of, you know, like I don't need to be, I don't want to be first mate. Seems kind of like a lot of responsibility. I'm just one of the back mateys. I'm one of the back mateys. But I'm on the ship. That's the most important thing, you know. Like I'm there. I might be a stowaway. I don't know at this point.
I think you're in the kitchen cooking. You know.
I don't know. Put me
Yeah.
somewhere. But I'm on the ship, you know. But you know,
Yeah.
you're bringing the good news. Like I feel like we're like toot toot. Like here we are. Good news. Come aboard. Is there anybody alive out there? Is there anybody alive out there? Like come aboard. You know, please. We're rescuing souls over here. I'm sorry. You get me
Yeah.
so hopped up on this.
Yeah. Me too. I get
Whatever
hyped up.
this is. Yeah. Like I'm so.
Yeah, it's all about hype. You know, the whole thing is people are hyping whatever they believe in, you know. But usually it's illusion. I'm hyping this, man. I'm hyping on the, harping and hyping on Krishna and Krishna's truths, man. I love it, man. Simple truths. I love the simplicity. After a while, people start to get it because it's simple. Yeah. All their ideas are so complicated, man. So complicated how to be delivered. Nah, it's simple. Come here to Lord Chaitanya's grace place. That's all we do is deliver people out of illusion. That we got a specialist here. You need a specialist. Do you want to be delivered? Do you want that? You want that kind of surgery? You got to go to specialists, and we're the only ones I think on this planet doing this specialization, man. Very simple. We just have a very simple task: deliver people out of illusion. Give them yoga maya and get them out of maha maya. Yeah. See, and that's why. See, we worship. See, I see the creator and the destroyer of this world as the Lord. Krishna. I see Shiva as that. I see Brahma as that. Matter of fact, when that's conclusive, that's what Lord Brahma did when he went to see Shiva after Shiva kicked the ass of all these Brahmins. Man, I love that. When I see Shiva kick all these Brahmins' asses, I get so fired up, man. And he did right in our Bhagavatam, our holy book, man. Shiva kicked the ass of the Brahmins, and that's why I also like to follow in his footsteps and kick some ass, man, some Brahmin ass. Hey, if they do it in Bhagavatam, I want to do it in real life, man. Give me a Brahmin, give me a sannyasi, give me a fake guru, man. Give me a non-resident of Vrindavan. I want to check out their passport and visa. Show me your papers there, Radhanath. Show me your papers there, you Gaudiya Samiti proponents out there. Right? We want to see their papers, right?
Yeah, I love when
Otherwise,
you say like, here's the line, like you draw the line in the sand. Like I think that's a really powerful little metaphor right there. Here's the line. You want to, like, and I like that too. How you're saying, show me your paperwork. Show me that you are authentic because you can't. Oh, look what happens. No paperwork. It reminds me of. I'm sorry, I'm gonna bring up a weird thing. Elvis Presley had this manager who fucked him royally. Like, I mean, the guy did not have paperwork. The reason Elvis couldn't tour in Europe and stuff, which he did want to do, is because his manager, who was just stealing all of his money anyway, didn't have a visa to leave the country. He said he was Colonel Tom Parker. That was not his name. He was from Austria, actually. He was a foreigner, and he didn't have any paperwork. He was not allowed to leave the country because he didn't have a visa, and that's the reason that he kind of held Elvis down, and the reason Elvis died because he kept working him so hard in Vegas. And he said the only thing that matters is that man gets on stage tonight. That's the only thing that matters. Elvis was literally like passing out and like having a heart attack in the back room of the backstage. All of his friends are standing around like, we have to bring this guy to a hospital. Like, we love this guy. Like, this is not right, And the manager, Colonel Tom Parker, says, that's not his name. he's like, no, the only thing that matters, that man goes on stage tonight, and he would push him. And and then Elvis and his dad, they realize this is not right. Like, Elvis says, I'm firing you. Like, he goes on, there's a public concert where Elvis goes on stage and says, fuck that guy, fuck Colonel Tom Parker. Like, you fucked me so bad, basically in his words. These are my words, but he uses different words. He just says this publicly, right? He wants to fire him. So Colonel Tom Parker comes and gives him a bill and says, well, guess what, Elvis? You owe me every penny that you and your family have. Like, basically, and this was all legally, like, contracted. He was right. The colonel, like, because of this management contract, he would have been able to steal every penny that he had. Like, so Elvis had to, there was no other choice that he had but to work for the colonel, at that point, like, to work for this man. It wasn't a colonel. He made up this title, is Colonel Tom Parker. He was never a colonel. He was some guy, from another, in Austria. So he just came as a fake, such a fake. And and I'm sorry that I bring up the Elvis story only because I find that could be preaching material in here. Like,
well, that's how it is. The whole Maya's faking everybody out. Everybody's getting more or less scammed by the illusion.
yeah.
So the only solution is to hear God's real word again. Oh,
Was that a knock? Was that a knock?
sounded.
Oh boy. Oh boy.
Oh. Just a second here.
Knock, knock, knock on heaven's door.
Oh, there. Oh, sorry. Okay. I'm not camping. Camping. There's a lady next door who was camping, actually. Okay. Let's see. What do I do? Oh, you know what? If I drive carefully, everybody hang out there. I'm just going to drive carefully. We'll just drive carefully out of here.
Of course.
Time to cruise on out of here.
I'm scared now.
We're always on the move. I love about Guru Hari. He's always on the move. Always on the move.
I want to sit in the front.
Okay.
Preaching on wheels. The crime police is there.
They're so lucky we were broadcasting here for the benefit of the world, but they don't understand. Everybody thinks everything's mundane. But anyway, that's okay. Krishna wants us to move on. Where's the keys? Keys are here. Okay.
Very silent motor. I don't hear him.
I hear sirens, though. That's not a good sign. I hear the cops coming. I mean, the red and blue. Not a good sign.
It's a fire engine.
Oh, okay. Good.
Actually, there was a whole lot of cops around here
Go to Hari is on fire.
these days, but that's okay. I got through everybody. Lasted a long time here.
Just maintain your lane. Maintain your lane.
blow it up so this doesn't slide off. Luckily, I'm only 1 block from the house.
Yeah, where are we going? I was just going to ask, where are we going?
Going back to the house.
Oh, okay.
Just 1 block away.
Good. That's good.
I'm already car sick.
Yes, Govinda, I will. Just a minute.
Okay, I'm gonna go off for a minute, but I'll come back. I mean, I have to.
I'm almost there.
Okay.
I'm actually right here now. But go off if you want and come back. All right, we made it. We made it. Okay. Is Govinda here or something? Okay, from Fani.
The link.
Oh, the link. Okay.
I sent it. I sent it to him.
Oh, you
in
sent
his
it?
message.
Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. All right, we're back here. Let's see here. Where's the mouse? And okay, Noodle says from Funny, it's the other way around here. Women are lucky here. It's them getting more mercy. Women outnumber the men getting mercy. Is that true? Maybe.
Maybe women first, because I got a mercy before Lalita Madhava, but he got it as well.
Well,
Govinda, Ranga, they all also, Janardana, they received a lot of mercy.
Yeah, I can't say that. It's not necessarily so.
No.
Yeah, anybody can get the mercy. It's just whatever you're dedicated to. Let's see. We had so much drama, and we still hold together. God must be working here. Yeah, he's definitely. Yeah, drama is just. Yeah, is the process. You have to go through stuff. Yeah. Yeah, but once you're all on board, right? With the drama is just the drama of preaching, and it's very blissful, very ecstatic. Yeah, and it's a new kind of drama, drama of preaching and just delivering people out of illusion. Yeah, it's a maternity ward. Replying to Shama Perry, Lilita. Okay. Let's see, replying. Oh boy, a lot of comments today. Hey, Janar, why don't you come live here? Janaki, why don't you come? My ex-guru Dave, he was a master in mixing both Vaidhi and Raga Bhakti. At that time, it's almost damaged my brain. Yeah, but the thing is, he wasn't an expert at mixing. You can't. He had no raga. There's no raga. He was a. Well, I don't know him enough to know what he did, but anyway, it's Raganuga. I'm sure he wasn't preaching that. I mean, he could say the words. Karuna's guru was preaching Raganuga Bhakti, but he wasn't. There's no real love. Yeah, why don't you come on, Gita Lakshmi? Yeah. Yeah, so yeah, the idea of God's creation, the reflection is there. And so somehow or other we took shelter of the reflection and then got bewildered because we're very small. So see, luckily we have all this knowledge. This is amazing, actually. The size of the soul in Bhagavad Gita is you split a hair 100 times and split it 100 times more. That's the size of the soul. It's like atomic. And so it goes into this Maya, takes shelter of the Maya by the word, actually. See, the word of the snake talked to Adam and Eve, or Eve, and she passed the word on. See, the disciplic line of the snake. That's what we got here in everywhere else. The disciplic line of the snake is speculation and lies and the imitation of the real Vrindavan. Can you imagine? We got the real Vrindavan, man. Everybody else got the snake. Only a conclusive devotee can prove that they're teaching real residency for Vrindavan and making real residence. That's why they accepted Lord Chaitanya's preaching. Is they said, well, God, he's showing he's empowered in the Sankirtan movement to make devotees who are attached to Krishna, not by rules, but by heart, by love, devotion, bhakti, pure. See? That's why this becomes a no-brainer. After a while, people will see that this is the real deal and it's not anywhere else. And what else we got here? A lot of David Beeman. Okay. Oh, nice thing. Thank you. In Tucson, that's all you hear is sirens. Ita Lakshmi, men and women whoever gets mercy and love of Krishna. Yeah, our Gopi, exactly.
Gita Lakshmi is asking for the link. She wants to come
Oh,
on.
really? Oh, here. Yeah, let me just put it on the. I'll just put it on the comment section there. If I can find it, let's see.
Well, I send it to Gita Lakshmi and to Govinda, but
Well, why don't you just put it on Facebook in the comment section? That's
yeah.
better.
But it's just there. Amy just sent it now.
Yeah. Okay, there it is. Okay. Yeah. Okay, good. Haribol.
Hari Bol, Hari Krishna Guru Maharaj. Can you hear me? I'm
Yeah,
in the basement.
hear you good. Yeah, yeah. Give us a
Yeah.
word. Let's hear it.
Yeah, Guru Maharaj, as you said, there is no real love, there is no real friendship or in this material world. Everything is just a false ego. So that was really, I mean, got into my mind, yes. I still get those, I mean, butt kicks on me. I mean, in this material world, whenever I feel like, oh, why did they do this or why did they do this to me? So what today I learned from you that there is no real love or friendship or everything is like selfishness in this material world. That Krishna gave me that experience. It's like purification process is very tough sometimes, but I feel like okay, that's I mean that's a part of process which I'm
Yeah.
getting. The purification is so tough. And also you said today like the material world is maintained or destroyed by Shiva or Brahma or whatever it is, but the spiritual world is just maintained. There is no destruction or there is no creation there. That's just maintained. So being in a spiritual world, so it is maintained by Krishna, right? So there is no destruction or creation, nothing there. So can you please elaborate on this, Guru Maharaj? The first thing, and the first thing also that there is no real love or everything is like they are just manipulative here in this world, material world.
Yeah, yeah. Well, first of all, on the maintenance thing, actually, in the spiritual world, there is destruction and there is creation, but it's also but it's by the transcendental potency of Krishna. But it's all for maintenance. See, the creation is for maintenance, the destruction is for maintenance, and the and maintenance is for maintenance, and that's the maintenance is the pastimes. See, that's how they pass their time with these dramas. Just like you go to a movie and you're watching the movie and there's all these things going on, make it interesting, otherwise it's not interesting. So the problem in the material world is the creation, destruction, and maintenance is suffering for the living entities. It's toil. It's hard work because it's to do with the material body, and it's not really us. It's not to do with the spiritual form of the pastimes of the Lord. You know, and that's why you see the others, they support the maintenance of the devotees as the pastimes because it's all related to Krishna. Even you see that here with real devotees. When you start to get into the devotional platform, you see everything is here for the preaching. It's what I always say. People have a hard. I just say, "Hey, thank you, Johan, for your preaching." See, he's put it's becomes part of the pastime now. See, because it's related to Krishna. The devotees cause it to show relationship with Krishna. These things, and then it becomes very interesting. But it's not interesting to those who are still contaminated, and that's their purification, because they see it. Oh, why are you getting into Johan? Hey, people here tell me that. Why you got to mention him again? And you just get fucking purified. You're just contaminated, man. You can't see the joy of it, the beauty of learning about Putana and all these different things that are the part of the divine drama of the Lord, and how these are
Part of the Leela. It's part of the Leela,
part
right?
of the Leela. Yeah, it's part of the Leela, and that's how people are delivered out of illusion, is understanding the Leela. See, it says, those who know the purpose of my descent and activities do not take birth again. That's my great privilege to discuss these things and talk about these things, share these depths of these things that come from this ecstatic chanting. That's why the Lord was so intelligent, is because he tasted devotional mellows. All his devotees were very extraordinarily intelligent because of tasting mellows. You all become extraordinary, more intelligent than any of these gurus. That's how they'll start coming, because they'll start to, say, wow, God, how are they getting so much love of God? This is what we read about, and they're doing it, as they start. Yeah, go ahead there,
No,
jump right
I'm sorry. Am I allowed to say something? I'm so sorry. I know
in.
everybody's like, "Oh, Amy's
Absolutely.
interrupting."
Hey, yeah,
But I just want to say, okay, so I'm noticing I myself feel this way. A lot of people are complaining like about this material realm. Like I'm
yeah,
hearing a lot of it, like, okay, this is not easy. And like Jesus said, I didn't say it was going to be easy. I said it was going to be worth it. Like
yeah,
I didn't say it was going to be easy. Like I myself deal, just gonna put this out there, with like sensory processing issues, which means I can't stand bright lights, sounds, noises. I'm very sensitive, extremely
yeah,
sensitive, my body. So one of the things that as a child I couldn't stand is the fact that I have teeth. Like this is crazy, right? This is a crazy thing, but I don't like my body. I can't I have a hard time being inside of my body. Like I can feel the fact that I have teeth, and this bothers me very much so. Like anything that's happening within my body is extremely bothersome. um but I think that this preaching is so amazing because I just felt like, my God, I am so fucked, like inside this body. You know what I mean? Like,
yeah,
this is
yeah,
horrible. Worst nightmare imaginable. Like, I can't sleep. Like, I don't enjoy this material world. There's nothing that I get. Like, it's like a dry rag. You know what I mean? Like in this material world. If I can possibly squeeze out, if I watch The Big Bang Theory or Young Sheldon, okay, good. I got a few, like, you know what I mean? Like I can squeeze out just a droplet out of this world. And that's all I'm getting, because like I can't even sit with the fact that I have teeth. Like, I mean, I don't know. I'm trying to like say this in a way that makes sense, but it doesn't, because nobody understands me and I'm an alien in this world. But then you come along and you bring in this higher perspective, this higher, like you're like, I feel like you're the perfect. I couldn't have imagined a better guru or a better person than you. Like you're like, okay, Amy, I see how you're suffering over there with your teeth and these issues, and you can't like deal with your body, but we're going to transcend this, you know, like I got you, girl. Girl, I got you. You know, we're gonna transcend this. And that's exactly I feel like what we're doing. We are lifting this up. We're raising this vibration as high as it can go because we have the direct connection to the Lord. You know, like I mean, this is it's absolutely brilliant. I'm so sorry that I just interjected, but I just want to
No, thank you. That's a great contribution. Yeah.
Actually,
you know,
the answer which I was like looking for, I got it from Amy exactly. We
Yeah.
are
well, I mean,
suffering in this material world, but Guru
yeah,
Maharaj is giving that
and I
medicine for us. That medicine is like
it's like a medicine, exactly. It's like
like a
a
medicine.
painkiller in a way, but
Yes, it's
but
like
it's
a
not a
painkiller.
painkiller because it's not numbing us. It's actually lifting us out of it. It's not, and that's what I mean. I hear from Shama Sundari, you, and I myself, like just kind of this suffering in this material world. Like like how do I deal with the fact that I have teeth? Like I mean, that's my issue. I'm sorry, that was just an example,
Yeah, exactly.
but
Different suffering, different types of suffering, like from
yeah,
people or from
yeah.
sensory things or anything, like anything outside, external things,
But
many
then
things.
we come into this vibration, and all of a sudden we are like lifted outside of this, and none of that even exists anymore. It's not even like that's not even part. Like I feel like I'm in a completely different world. Like I am in your world. Like now I'm living in with like in Gorahari's world, you know. And like sometimes when I'm really suffering, I think, what would Gorahari say or do? Like so I think, oh, what would Gorahari think or do? You know, like what would he do in this? Like you know, and then I try to you know, emulate that really, like, is what I
Mhm.
do, you know, because you're my hero, you know. I
That's a
captain my
great
captain.
solution. Yes.
Go ahead. That's great. I like it. It's funny. Yeah, I
Yeah.
know.
At this situation, what would Guru Maharaj do? It exactly. Yes.
Yeah.
Whatever
So
situation.
yeah. So the um let's see. We got musical chairs today. That's great. We got devotees up here. That's good. I like to see a lot of that now. Yeah, yeah. So yeah, so the maintenance of the world, that's the way that goes. The reflection is there's a light of that. And that's why it's hard, you know, this is an important subject because when devotees are here and expressing themselves and not acting like a Vaidhi Bhakta, you know, that's an act. It's not really who they are. Then you see the full range. You see the just like the mode of ignorance is. You think anger is in the mode of ignorance, right? Well, that's not right. It doesn't apply to devotees. They get angry, and it's for the pastimes. It's for the purification of people. So when you appreciate the anger, that's what I notice. I kind of take note. The devotees, I'm saying, wow, look at this. They're accepting this. This is amazing. And they say, oh, you want me to be more like that and everything. Because it's actually very different to see this transcendental nature of the Lord, which has got anger, it's got even hatred. It's got all the things that are in this world are a reflection of what's in the spiritual world. But everything there is perfect and beautiful in its own way, you know, because it's all transcendental. And so when you start to see the full expression of the Lord's characteristics through his devotees in the world, it's very purifying. And that's
Because
why.
we're not fighting against material modes. We're fighting, you know, Jesus said we're fighting against principalities. We're fighting
Yeah,
against like, you know, something that's higher than this. And so with this anger that they're seeing or this fighting, like this
yeah,
behavior, it's not fighting against like we could care less about that. We are fighting against like, you know, what do you say? We're fighting against dogmas, religion, and
yeah,
principalities, right? Like that's it.
principalities. Yeah. Yeah, and so and so the anger, the passion, you see passionate preaching, it's confusing to people that are not empowered by the transcendental potency, but still it's highly purifying. That's why when you can stand those qualities, it's a great sign that now you're becoming attracted to the qualities of the devotees in the Lord. And that's how it's done. That's why it must be shown. Otherwise, you cannot. How are you going to go to Vrindavan and you're going to see passionate people acting seemingly ignorant and getting angry and all this stuff? It'd be like, it'll just go crazy. You got to do that here. You got to get prepared here by the devotees expressing increasingly more. All the preaching of Bhakti Vinod and Bhakti Siddhanta and Prabhupada is leading people closer to see the actual qualities of the Lord and his devotees. and the devotees are used to show those qualities in the world. Otherwise, you'll have to wait a long time before Lord Chaitanya and Nityananda come. It's 4,320,000,000 years. It's a long time. You're lucky if you catch a devotee here.
Oh, I don't have that much time. I'm not waiting 400 billion. I feel like Maharaj Parikshit, I have 7 days here, and I am getting this in 7 days because I'm so sorry. Like, I am not waiting 400 and billion some odd years. I'm done. Stick a fork in me. I'm done. Yeah, like.
I like that attitude.
Beam me up, Scotty. Yeah.
Beam me up, Scott. And that's what's happening. You're getting beamed up. But that's why people get confused, because they come here one day and they think, God, you're so aggressive. Bye, you're so angry. Blah, immediately get, but that's, immediately they get, and they start putting their illusion on this, because that's what they identify with as a human being. But, this is a divine, what do you think we're chanting for like this and getting ecstatic? What's it for? What's it for? Well, it's hollowing us out, man. We're getting purified, by this divine potency. And then the expression of God is coming more. And whoever likes that, whoever starts to like, wow, man, this is a show that I've been looking for. This is, and that, okay, you're meant for this preaching. Not everybody is. A lot of people are too neophyte for that, or they're not called to this. I mean, you could be a neophyte. I mean, look at people coming here. Amy has no exposure. She was just a waitress in a place, serving coffee, man. Yeah, this
So Guru
coffee,
Maharaj,
filling up those cups, man. Fanny, yeah, just if you're called, you hear the message, you have to kind of like the Jesus, like, he came and for the sake of God, he whipped those people in the thing. Hey, you deserve a little punishment here. Let me get the whip out. And then overturn the table. How dare you do business for God? And people, even in the movie Jesus of Nazareth, man, they showed this, the devotees of Jesus, they were getting really high off that. Wow, look at Jesus, what he's doing, man. This is awesome. You see, you guys are also doing, I mean, with the kind of expressions you're seeing here are uncommon. You don't see this. It's like, and a lot of you really like it. And those who are maybe less, not so purified, they get like, oh, I got to turn it down or turn it off, You're yelling, your passion. This is I'm just a goody two shoes, I like to be good, a good girl, and not a bad girl, but you're a bad girl. Everybody's good and bad, you gotta accept the
They didn't
totality.
call it the Passion of Christ for no reason, like
Yeah,
it's the Passion of Christ,
yeah. That's compassion. Is you got to see the passion of devotees. They're very passionate for the truth. Everything's intense. Their ecstasy is intense. Their tears are intense. Their laughter, everything. Their meditation on the Lord is intense. Their dedication to the truth is intense, all the way to the death. People will die for their children, right? Why wouldn't a devotee die for God? In that sense, that's preaching, man. What I do here is dangerous, man. Very dangerous. People flip out. You got mostly Vaidhi bhaktas out there. They're crazy, they're crazy. You're even
Yeah,
probably.
and I'm sorry, I have to say this because they are crazy, and I don't like this. I want to say this. They start saying they're gonna curse us and stuff. Like there's people saying, "Oh, I'm cursing Lita," and then I defend Lita, and then they say, "Oh, Amy," they tag me, Amy Rose. Now I'm cursing you too, and I'm sorry, but sometimes that gets inside my head. I'm like, "Oh my God!" Like I wasn't trying to offend anybody. Like I wasn't trying to be mean. Like I'm a nice girl. You know what I mean? Like I might sound a little aggressive. That's only because I'm from New Jersey. Like I'm a nice person, and I have I defend my friends, and I defend what I think is right, and when these people, and they're part of this community that's supposed to be so humble and kind and
Yeah,
graceful, and then they're going to say, oh, I'm cursing you, I've cursed you. I wouldn't do that to you. Like, and
yeah,
you think I'm the bad person? Like, I would never, ever say that to another person. Oh, I'm going to curse you. The guy says, I don't remember. Lita probably remembers because it happened on her post. Oh, in 3 days, you're going to be cursed. This fucking guy. I don't know what the hell this one's name. I think it was the
There's the
Barnabas Mark
devotees.
guy.
There's
There's one,
devotees.
yeah,
Devotees.
these lovely devotees, exactly. Oh, you've now, like, you don't even know me from Adam, you know what I mean? And you're gonna curse me in 3 days. How nice you are. Like, oh wow, I'm sure God thinks that's so lovely of you, you know. And like, I'm sorry, but this just gets me like wild, because they want to curse you and say that you're the bad guy, right? And
Yeah.
we're being the nicest people in the world over here. And that's why I had to write to Christina and say that the other day, because she was like, you guys are mean. Like, oh, I was like, no, 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 you have it backwards. We are not mean. We're actually the nice people. We're the good guys, you know? This is the good guys group. Like, we're the get along gang over here. Like, it might not seem that way, like, because we're trying to, get you out of this illusion of like, oh, if you're not going to be humble, so humble and kind, which is just a delusion in itself, then I'm going to curse you. Like, who gave you that right, for one? Who gave you the right that you can curse me? You know what I mean? Like, I don't know. I just wanted to say that because it really bothers me when these people, I try, and they come out of the woodwork and say things like that. And it happens time and time again with this language of like, first they're so humble and kind, and then they're going to curse you. Like, I mean,
Yeah.
when
Yeah.
I'm defending my guru, like, I'm
Yeah.
sorry, do you have any idea about Guru Tattva? So we defend our guru, obviously. Like,
Yeah.
I stand behind my man. You know what I mean? Like, and
Yeah.
so come at me if that's what you need to do, and you need to curse me, then go right ahead and do it. Because we got the power, we got the juice, and we can stand above that. Or we are transcending this. We rise above it.
Yeah.
I can't.
Actually, that's a proof of potency there, Amy. If they curse you, that's great because that's the curse coming out of them. And the curses are nullified by devotees automatically. All they do is get blessed by their curse. See, their curse gets the poison out of them. That curse was in them. And I curse you, and you throw it on you, but it gets burned up because that's how it works. So you don't have to really feel bad about it. They're actually acting congruently. And actually that's their blessing, is when you're cursed by these people, they're being blessed. People don't know that, but that's how, Jagai and Madai, how they got purified. The Lord said, you put all your sins upon me. They put all your sins upon me, and they did, and then they were exonerated and purified. That's how it always works. That's why I preach like this, because I know the result ultimately is going to be fabulous. I get them to curse me. I get them to be them. They're that they've been holding back with their, oh Prabhu, Prabhu, I don't want to be offensive, but I hate you. All that. We get it out, man. You see, they get it out and they get purified. And that's their good fortune.
Yeah, well, David Beeman, I'm so sorry, David Beeman, I'm going to call you out right now, but he's commenting like a mad.
Oh, yeah, yeah.
Clearly, he loves us. No, he loves us.
No, we have a new way with him.
Oh. Well, I was just going to say.
Where is he?
Well, he just keeps commenting like crazy.
Yeah.
Like,
Don't look.
oh, I see. He's trying to.
Yeah.
No, I get what you're saying. I get what you're saying. Yeah.
Look over here. Look somewhere else. It's a new way of dealing. Yeah. So it's good. Let it come out. Don't have to get hooked by it. Yeah. So the cursing is actually this purifying, and this is just the way it is. Nityananda, when he got hit with the pot, you see, the person threw his anger at him. He was feeling, oh, this guy belongs to me now. He got purified by actually. People have no idea the power of devotees. That's the whole problem. Narayan, to be honest, I'll tell you all. To be honest, Narayan Raj did not know the power of devotees. Otherwise, he would never have preached like that. See? The power of a devotee, if you're really a Raganuga, spontaneous devotee, and you got the order, you're going to deliver bhakti to people like Lord Chaitanya did. just by them having faith in your word, which is more true than anybody else, unless they're also a devotee of the Lord. The Lord is, it's like that verse. Where's the verse? I said, my Lord, everything that is mysterious is known to you. See? That's an associate Lord Chaitanya. And this is the mystery, is that you're delivered simply by the associates of Lord Chaitanya. If you believe their wacky preaching, or so-called wacky preaching, that whacks basically all the illusion. We just whack the illusion, just yeah. And you delivered that. And how do you know? You like the affinity for the messages of Vasudev. And you get that just by hearing attentively, and having faith in what is being said from your heart, because you're really convinced that, hey, man, this is not a blind belief thing. No, you can't maintain. That is not sustainable. This is only sustainable by personal experience. See, then it becomes a forever thing. That's what Krishna wants. That's what Lord Chaitanya wants, a forever relationship.
And that's what we always talk about here. Like, you can't know this by us telling you. Like, you have to experience it. You have to come inside, jump inside the hot spring, dive in, the water's nice, and it's going to heal you. Like, you have to be involved in this vibration in order for it to raise you, or else it's not going to happen. That, like, we always say that. I'm sorry. I think I'm going to go down because I feel like I keep interjecting.
No. You stay up. You interject. No problem. But stay up. Don't going down. So Janaki, give us a word.
I've just been taking it all in. I love it. Thank you. I mean, it's true every single day. It's not it's a new chapter, but it's every day is a chapter basically. But it's continuing the story, because and then there's so many twists and turns, and this one's up, that was down. It's just a fun ride. It's a fun ride.
Yeah, it's a fun ride in the fun house.
There's no place I'd rather be than right here.
Yeah. Oh, that's great. Tom, give us a word.
It's sounding okay? Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah, it's good. Go.
I feel it's all about. Oh my god! No, I'm surprised by all this attention. I'm having a kind of blackout now. which is
Tom,
good.
Come on, Tom.
I can
Tom.
experience.
No, use your words. Use your big boy words. Come on, use your big boy
my big
words.
mouth.
Big boy words. That's good. Yeah, let's hear some big boy words, man.
Big boy words. Okay.
You notice how Tom always says, I feel.
Yeah, he doesn't want to say. He's feeling a lot, and he has a lot to say, but he can't somehow get it out of his throat and say it. That's why I'm saying
sometimes it's too much. I get a blackout.
I know,
because
so come on,
I have
just do it.
My antenna is too big. I can focus in whatever time or dimension
I know.
person.
But we're asking you to focus here, in the here and now, on this. So say what you like on this. So get the antenna to one-pointed focus. Remember we talked about one-pointed focus on this.
Okay, that is a nice instruction, yes. I feel I focus on that Guru energy and Krishna energy. There's Guru and Krishna and me. And it's a wonderful triangle. And it's all there. That's what I feel. Everything is there. Totally completion. Satchidananda is there, instruction is there, realization is there. The highest realization is there. It's all in this sangha. It's all
It's
here.
Guru, Sadhu, and Shastra.
Yeah, Satchidananda. Always it's three. I think. I feel.
Yeah, Guru, Sadhu, Shastra.
Yeah.
Or even like Father, Son, and Holy Spirit. I mean, the Bible is like it all is relating to this three. I like that, the triangle. Good. I like that.
So that's a way I deal with this. When it comes to too complex, I make it simple. I break it down into this triangle. There's threefold truth.
Great.
Yeah.
Awesome. So give us a little more there, Amy.
Sorry, I think I've given a lot already, but no, I agree with what Tom's saying. Like this triangle, I feel this too. Like with the triangle idea that he's talking about, because there's God, there's Guru, and there's me. You know what I mean? This is a triangle, and it's happening and I think that they use the symbolism in like the occult. I don't know if you know much about that, but this triangle symbol is used because of this three, like, but then again, there's three modes of nature, right? So that's a three-way. There's a lot of three ways happening, in this. But I feel that we transcend even above that. You know what I mean? Like we actually go above all of that. Like, yes, that is here because we are working within this material world. I can't pop outside of my body. I have to deal with this stuff. Like, and we all have to deal with it. But what we do here is a transcendence. And I keep coming back to that word and this idea that you say, we're going to transcend this. And that's what we're doing. All of this right now, everybody talking and bringing this out and getting this, rising this up and up and up and up, we transcend it. And if you were going to transcend something, wouldn't you be rising it up and up and up and up and like out basically? And I feel like that's what we do like every day here. And you're doing it it's a group. It's a group effort, but you're doing it because it's the words coming through you. You're the electricity circuit.
Well,
You preached to an empty camera for all those years,
yeah.
but now it's becoming like,
Yeah.
in groups of two or more, if you gather in prayer, things
Yeah.
start happening,
Yeah, see, the Lord is the ultimate doer. We're the instruments in that way, and we're willing. See, we're getting purified. We're following the process, and the Lord can use us more and more. And it's wonderful to be used by the Lord's purpose and his desire and be soul winners. I mean, that simple purpose is why the Lord comes again and again, either as guru or Vaishnavas or himself. They is always to fulfill that purpose, because everything is fucked here. Everything is illusion. Everything. Every fucking thing but deliverance out of illusion. All the plans people do is all the Lord's illusion, Maya, temporary realities, all the speculations and all that. And all the paths are ultimately trying to enlighten us, more or less to these truths, that we're really directly preaching here and, and doing here and sharing here, manifesting here. It's all about that, because that's the only reality, really. I mean, eternal reality is reality. This other stuff is, is crazy. It's insane. The whole thing is insane. So Noodle says, this is true with me as well. Just 2 days back, whenever I saw anything that's three, like 3 bears, 3 flowers, etc., I used to think it was funny. Brenda and me. I was telling Bonnie 2 days back. Okay. Yeah, I'm getting a little bit tired and I need to take a nap. I got up a little early today. Boy, it was nice hanging out with you. Your friends, indeed. My dear friends.
This is a good time. This is really fun.
Yeah, I had a good time transcending. I like transcendence. I'm looking forward to some more transcendence. Transcendental topics. I like that word. Transcendence, transcendental, transcendent. Yeah, it's a good word. All right, so thank you for coming, everybody. Noodles, David, Beeman, Shamasundari, have an awesome day, and we'll be back.